JRM Video Productions, winners of a regional Emmy Award for live sporting event.
JRM Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of WPIAL High School Football, produced by JRM Video Productions.
Welcome to the Steelers High School Football Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group. A live look over Dormont, Pennsylvania, Dormont Stadium, as we get ready for their single-A showdown between the Fort Cherry Rangers and the Bishop Canevin Crusaders. And welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I am Matt Fargo, joined alongside the ACC and Big Ten champ, Johnny Patrician. It is officially the stretch run of the WPIL regular season. Just 3 weeks remain, and that means we got titles to crown, conference championships to crown, and we got a chance to see one here tonight between Fort Cherry and Bishop Canevin.
Well, Matt, the main question tonight is this a track meet or is it a football game? The last two matchups between these two teams have been shootouts, and one was in the semifinals of the playoffs last year, so you're darn right that these teams are excited to get after it tonight.
Yeah, of course, Bishop Canevin's only two losses a season ago were to these very same Fort Cherry Rangers that went on to win their first WPIL championship in school history. But a new year, how will this version play out? We got to put it between the white lines, and we do that with our Giant Eagle players to watch, and we'll start with the visitors, the Fort Cherry Rangers, and quarterback Matt Sig.
Well, Matt, the other Matt Fargo. Matt Sig is one of the most exciting players we'll see all year. He has 24 touchdowns and over 1,300 yards of offense. He does it on the ground and through the air. He is asked to do a lot for Fort Cherry. And tonight, they have a few skilled players out, so there's going to be even more responsibility on his shoulders tonight.
Yeah, 100 you were mentioning. All right, now time for our Game Changers, presented by St. Vincent College. JP, how do you get a win tonight?
Well, Matt, first and foremost, who decides the pace? Fort Cherry said they're ready for a track meet, and they're ready for ground and pound. They can do both, but both of these offenses average over 40 points a game. Bishop Canevin's offensive coordinator, Marcus Admiola, runs a hurry-up offense, one of the most complex offenses in high school football, and they go as fast as possible. So that leads me to number two. Defensive stops are going to decide this game. The last two games were 48-41 and 33-21 between these two teams. SIG had 5 touchdowns versus BC in the playoffs last year. And BC's defensive coordinator, Chase Pine, my former teammate at Pitt, he runs a blitz-heavy, aggressive defense, and you better bet he has some tricks up his sleeve tonight to slow down SIG. And third, Matt, one of my favorite quotes is, it's not about the X's and O's, it's all about the Jimmies and Joes. You can have all the coaches in the world. Mike Tomlin could be out there tonight, but sometimes it's all about the players who execute, and that's what it's going to come down to tonight.
It's the 20th meeting between Bishop Canevin and Fort Cherry, but Fort Cherry's won 21 in a row. How will this play off? Well, let's settle it. We'll kick this thing off. It's the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, and it kicks off on KDKA. Coming up next.
A little birdie told us that you're looking for more ways to save on all your favorite Giant Eagle items. In meat, dairy, and produce. So we're making it easy with new lower prices, weekly sales, deals for days, and My Perks. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
To UPMC Sports Medicine, a huge center of excellence built by Freddie Fu.
A fantastic, world-renowned place where we see athletes, we see patients of all walks of life, world-renowned surgeons.
Primary care sports medicine physicians.
Board-certified physical therapists. A comprehensive multidisciplinary assessment to evaluate for concussion.
Nutrition.
Athletic training.
Sports performance.
Everything is right here that you need. So we deliver that right to you.
As someone who disrupts plans for a living, I can't say enough about the importance of life insurance. Sometimes you can see the end zone right ahead of you, you can have a clear shot, then bam, It's CAM. A policy from GBU Life can let you focus more on getting out from under what life throws at you and worry less about protecting the life you are working hard to build. You can get a policy with GBU Life that is affordable to you now and build on it for the future with their guaranteed purchase option rider. Get started protecting the life you are building today at gbu.org.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
Thanks to the Vindies for getting you ready for this week's Steelers High School Football here on KDKA+. Let's go down to the third member of our crew, Susie Cool, down to the sidelines.
Tonight marks the 20th all-time meeting between the Bishop Canevin Crusaders and Fort Cherry Rangers, and both these teams bringing 2 major components to tonight's game, one of them being the quarterbacks. Rangers' Matt Sick has already amassed over 8,000 total yards offensively, and he's just a junior. Crusaders' Cool Olszewski averages 22 pass attempts per game, and Crusaders head coach Richard Johnson said, as long as Olszewski can maintain this offense, they can go toe-to-toe with anybody. The other top-notch detail these two will bring tonight is defense. Bishop Canevin has shut out their last 2 opponents while scoring 112 points in those last 2 games. Fort Cherry has outscored their opposition 275-40 this season. Rangers head coach Tanner Gary said that their defense has been all about speed this year. They're able to make the opposition spread them out across the field, make them run sideline to sideline. So in Matt and JP, tonight we'll see a great defensive battle, but also 2 of the top quarterbacks in the 1A classification battle it out. Matt?
Thanks, Susie. Certainly, Fort Cherry elected to receive as we take a look at Fort Cherry's road to 7-0. Wins over Northgate, Our Lady, the Sacred Heart, West Green, Chartiers, Houston, Monessen. That game was close for the first half, and they were able to pull away. Burgettstown, and then a blowout win last week against Cornell. That was a measuring stick because the Crusaders had a lot more of a closer matchup as you take a look at that game. A 29-22 win over the Raiders over there at Frank Lettieri Stadium. So it'll be the Ranger offense to get the football first. Bishop Canevin's only loss this season, that week 0 loss, 21-14 to still unbeaten Seton LaSalle. It was also... And now we get ready for our shell kickoff.
Matt, I'm interested to see this Bishop Canevin defense take the field here to start this game.
Jermel Lindsay boots it away, heads for the sideline, and it finds it. An illegal procedure call to get us moving along here in Week 7 action and our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week.
Matt, this Bishop Canevin defense pitched 2 shutouts the past 2 weeks, and they had a lot of starters missing. They get some of those guys back tonight, and they're going to need it.
First look at referee Dave Barry. Umpire is Anthony Stanley. Head linesman James McCoy. Line judge Donnie Hamilton. Field judge Michael Fleming. And the side judge is Kenny Cooley. Our officiating crew tonight starting their job early as it's a first down at 10 after the illegal procedure. We get our look at number 3, Matt Sigg, and it's a design run play in the quarterback position to Sigg off the right side, and he picks up 9 on first down. right at those sticks. Actually, he's going to give them all 10 first down and averaging 10 yards a carry right out of the gate for 3.
Well, that's a good way to start the game, and that's Fort Cherry's bread and butter. Everything starts with the run game of Matt Sigg. After that, then you can open up the pass.
First down at 10. Our first down of the game, a Kelly Automotive first down. And boy, this penalty will be gratefully accepted by Fort Cherry because the false start, no one was ready for the snap. It was a loose snap, but blown dead. And the 5-yard penalty, not a high cost for what could have been.
I talked about my former teammate at Pitt, Chase Pine. He's the defensive coordinator for this Bishop Canevin team. And he brings a heavy pressure defense. They're aggressive. They get after it. But he's going to switch things up a little bit tonight for Matt Sigg and Fort Cherry.
Reminds you of that ACC championship Pitt Panther defense.
Yes, sir.
Sigg off the right side, picks up the lost penalty yardage back to the original line of scrimmage. Tripped up there by Justin Saunders, a freshman, and you're going to be hearing his name a bunch tonight. And Bishop Canevin head coach Rich Johnson, big on his freshman.
Yes, they are. I talked to Chase before the game today, and he said that number 10 has high ceilings. They have big expectations for him tonight, and this is really their first big challenge for him.
Rangers send a man in motion, and there comes more pre-snap penalties. False start. Fort Cherry out without 2 of their starters. Wide receiver Evan Rogers and wide receiver and corner Braden Cook are both out, and that hurts both offensively and defensively for this Rangers squad. We get an aerial look on this second down at 15. Back at their own 40, motion man is Nathan Wolf. Back to pass is Sigg. Pressure collapses. He rolls to his right, puts a floater into the air for Cornelli. It's caught down the far sideline. Cornelli is not going to be stopped. He's in for the touchdown. Shane Cornelli and Fort Cherry score 60 yards for the game's first score.
Well, if you're Fort Cherry, that's exactly how you wanted to start the game. A big play, explosive play to set the tone. We talked about pregame, who's going to set the pace, and that's what Fort Cherry's game plan is. They're looking to start show the pace, and it's going to be fast.
Cornelli found his way past the secondary. Just last week, Cornelli hauled in 3 touchdowns of 17, 42, and 18 yards away. This extra point is through the poles and good, as that one found its way through by kicker Nick Massey. Fort Cherry draws the first score in our Steelers showcase. They lead it 7-0. Come back with us. Bishop Canevin's first touch of the football offensively on KDKA+.
At 2 Men and a Junk Truck, we can remove your things, so you have room to dream.
Think you've tried everything at Panera? Think again. Introducing more new sandwiches and salads with our new flavor-packed Toasted Italiano and the mouth-watering Mediterranean chicken greens with grains. More in every bite, just like the new ciabatta cheesesteak with melty provolone and garlic aioli. And more new options under $10, including our new creamy bacon mac and cheese. Come taste the new era at Panera.
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
Look downtown on a Friday night. Week 7 across the WPIAL. Our aerial coverage tonight brought to you by GBU Life. Protect what matters now. Rangers on top of Bishop Canevin, and Shane Cornally hauls in the touchdown. That is his 20th career receiving touchdown. He started as a freshman, and even Tanner Gary has said he's perplexed at how this young man doesn't have an offer at any level. Would be a great asset as they go squib kick here. But Bishop Canevin grabs it. Nice job there. Kavir Holman wraps it up. Bishop Canevin takes over.
All right, let's break this one down, Matt. Bishop Canevin simply is in man coverage. All these guys are matched up here on the top of the screen. This man safety is going to go to the middle of the field. He's going to come man free. Pause it right there. Pause it right there. This is where the play breaks down. Cornally is going to get free because 52, Chris Smith, looks at Sig in the backfield and loses his man. Play it, and he breaks free. Cornally breaks free because Chris Smith looks in the backfield. He was threatened by Sig running the football.
That's how it happens.
That's how it happens. You got to have discipline with your eyes.
First down at 10, Bishop Canevin, Koloszewski. Hands off left side, and he's stacked up. A host of white and red converge. Leading the pack, Tyler Wolf out of the linebacker position. The sophomore had company, and it's second down. They'll say no gain of the play.
We talked about it pregame again, Matt. Bishop Canevin runs an extreme hurry-up offense, which can be hard or easy for the defense depending on if they convert first downs or not. It can be a quick 3 and out, or it can be a conditioning test for this defense.
At running back, Monte Mott, just a sophomore, 8 rushing touchdowns, leads the team in that department. They have 14 total. Barbish in motion. They go to Mott, and Mott carries forward. This time the offensive line gets a nice push to the 45-yard line. And it will be a gain of 5 on first down, or on second down. It'll be third down and 5 coming up. Let's check in with Susie.
Thanks, Matt. I have an update on those 2 starters being out for the Fort Cherry Rangers. Number 7, junior wide receiver Roger Evans is out with a lower body injury. And number 15, senior wide receiver Braden Cook is out with a concussion. So there you have it, Matt.
Thanks, Susie, for the update. Olszewski rolls, meanwhile, throws on the money. He's got Mott. Mott to the 35. Little stop-and-go move. A lot of the sophomores named tonight, just 5'5", but packs a punch. First and 10 for the 31-yard line. Oh. Mott, nice. Ba-ba.
Yeah. That was a ba-ba-ba.
That got you excited over there, JP.
I love it. It's one of my quotes. Our quotes, I guess. It's like doing ladder drills in the offseason.
There was only one way to describe that, and it didn't go for anything, but it was an impressive move.
Here. Ba-ba. B-A-H. B-A-H. Ba-ba.
Tackle by Ryan Huey. Second down, 10 for the 31-yard line as Olszewski and the Crusaders look to this near sideline.
And that's part of the hurry-up offense, the look they call it. Get to the line, see what the defense is giving you, and look to see if you're going to change the play.
Olszewski back to pass, has time, steps up, got
touchdown.
A receiver. He's got his man for the touchdown. It's DeMar Olds. 31 yards, touchdown Crusaders.
And it looks like we're in store for another track meet, Matt. That's exactly what the fans want to see. This place is rocking, and that didn't take long for this to be a tie game.
Olszewski looking cool, calm, and collected in the pocket. and throws a dime to Olds. Olds' 8th touchdown of the season. Extra point put through the poles by Leo Shorthouse. And with 7:51 to play, tie ball game. Crusaders, Rangers, buckle up. It's going to be a fun one on KDKA+.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first.
And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever.
Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
The Build. What is it that drives us to follow our dreams, to build them from scratch, from the heart? For us, it's the same ideals of hard work, craftsmanship, and unity that define our great nation. It begins with trusting in yourself and having a team behind you that believes any dream is possible, and that every project is a vision of what can be, of who you are, and the future that you continue to build. From our family to yours, 84 Lumber, where quality and pride come together, one dream at a time.
My audience can put in an order and Spreadshop does the printing and sends it to anywhere in the world. It's like magic.
It costs nothing to set up and there is no money out of my pocket. I set my own prices and make my profits after costs.
I built my own brand, then started making money the first time I shared with my audience. Now all my followers are wearing my logo.
Setting up your Spreadshop takes just a few seconds, and all our products are made in-house. You can trust your brand is in good hands. Start your own merch store today at Spreadshop.com.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by UPMC Sports Medicine, by GBU Life, by Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union, by Giant Eagle, grocery shopping made easy. Fort Cherry's tribute to their very first WPIO championship at Acrisure Stadium. All the WPIO champs get a plaque inside the stadium every year. Mike Marchinski and the youth football staff do a great job every year commemorating a big-time achievement. Fort Cherry getting it done for the first time in school history. With Johnny Patrician and Susie Cole, Matt Fargo here with you. We got a 7-7 ball game. Fort Cherry and Bishop Canevin already out to maybe try to outdo what they did in a barn burner a season ago.
I hope so. That would mean we're in for an exciting night. We might lose our voices in the meantime, but it's worth it.
So here's Jermel Lindsay to boot it away, kicked it out of bounds the first time. This time it finds the field from the 20-yard line.
All right, Matt, I love to talk about this play. I love how Bishop Canevin set it up. Okay, first off, Olds is right here. And with only 2 receivers in the game, Fort Cherry is expecting run. This safety here is 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. His man is in the backfield. Run it. Olds just runs a post. The corner is expecting help from the safety, and he outruns them both.
And just like that, a tie ball game, and it's back to the Fort Cherry offense as they give it off to Ryan Huey, who got a little bit of open room, and then help arrived. They're going to give him 2 to the 35-yard line before Jermel Lindsay, the senior, and others swarmed in. 2-yard pickup for the sophomore tailback.
Just typical inside zone there, Matt. Nice spin move. The only downside to a spin move is that your back is to the defense for a split second, and when you turn around, somebody's going to be right in your grill.
Back to pass. Sig delivers to Cornally on the near side, and then a collision there, a hard hit. Big hit there, applied by 44, Alex Kirk, just a sophomore.
Right on the Bishop Canevin sideline, so you got the sound effects too.
Canevin fans appreciated it.
When you have a big hit, football coaches want to talk about separate the man from the ball, and that's exactly what happened. Unfortunately for Bishop Canevin, the ball went out of bounds.
1st and 10. They hand it off And picking his way for a few is Cornelli. Or a bigger pardon, that's Eli Salvini, another sophomore tailback, kind of a two tailback combo here for Fort Cherry, both sophomores.
This Fort Cherry team is young. And I like how they're spreading the ball around early, getting everybody involved, not fully depending on Sig.
Second down, 6 from the 49-yard line. Option play, Sig keeps, and he carries to the 49. It'll be 4th down, and the entire Canevin sideline indicating it.
Money down, they call it.
Now this is going to be 3rd down, beg your pardon. Third down, they put the ball at the 50.
Fort Cherry giving a little bit of look. They're probably thinking Canevin's bringing the blitz. We'll see if that was a disguise or the real thing.
They give it off on the end around. It's Salvini. A race to the corner, and he wins it. First down brought to you by Kelly Automotive. A fresh jet for the Rangers.
That's a killer for Bishop Canevin. That would have been a big momentum builder to get off the field. And it could have been done if that defender just got on the outside shoulder of that block. Arc block hard to defend by the tight end there.
How about Lemire Wade, though, another sophomore for Bishop Canevin, applying a remember me hit after the fact.
But still a first down.
Yep. Nonetheless.
A dunk is only worth 2 points.
Option play one more time for Sig, and he's wrapped up. First one on the scene, McKinnon Johnson. Stop me if you've heard this one, a sophomore for Bishop Canevin.
Wow.
Fort Cherry undefeated, 7-0, 4-0 in the conference. Bishop Canevin 5-1, 3-0 the conference. Crusaders only lost to Seton LaSalle in a Week 0 contest by 7. Pink out game tonight. Homecoming here at Bishop Canevin. Dormont Stadium. Salvini the call. He'll pick his way to the 41-yard line, where he's met by Henry Barbish.
Back to money down here. 3rd down. Chase Pine, the DC, is going to go with different personnel package. Probably a nickel package. Put a DB in the game. Which makes how many DBs, Matt?
5.
Yes, sir. Nickel.
A nickel. 3rd and 9 for the 41. Rolling his Sig on the right hand. He'll fire downfield, and it's on the money. On the reception, Nathan Wolf. First down, Rangers.
Especially when the football is on the left hash, expect Fort Cherry to roll right and use their flood concept.
Entering the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone. It was a 25-yard pass and catch.
Perfect throw by Sig. Put it where only his man could get it.
Wolf's catch sets it up 1st and 10 from the 16. Sig off the right side. Picks up 4 on 1st down. Matt Sig, we mentioned, the first player in WPIAL history to rush for 5,000, pass for 3,000 in his career. He's still just a junior.
Wow.
So that is just a bizarre part, and he can slowly find his way to tying Terrell Pryor with 4,000 in both departments. Terrell Pryor, the only player to ever done that. Another 1,000 yards passing, and he'll have accomplished that feat as well. Sig picks his way to make it 3rd down, and this is what makes Fort Cherry so dangerous, JP, is when they are on these money downs, they're 3rd and shorts.
Yeah. Yeah, with Matt Sig back there, I love putting the ball in his hands. Allow him to make a decision. If he wants to throw it or run it, be creative.
Huey to the left of Sig on a 3rd down and 3. And Sig carries, breaks one, but can't break as help arrives. Jermel Lindsay comes up to lay the lick on Sig, and it's 4th down.
Got to have eyes on him at all times. They fake the pitch, go back to quarterback counter, and BC sniffed it out before it even started.
Lindsay and Lemire Wade combined on the stop, and now it's 4th down. 2:36 on a moving first quarter clock, tied at 7.
4-down territory.
To the left of Sig is Huey. Check with the sideline on this 4th down.
You don't want to jump here if you're BC.
Option play. Sig keeps. Will get the corner, the first, and be spun out of bounds. 1st and goal, Rangers.
On a couple times this drive, Bishop Canevin has been beat to the edge by Fort Cherry. On these outside zone stretch runs, you can't undercut a block like they did right there. You have to get outside and make them cut back.
First down and goal for the Rangers. Ball rests at the 2. Handoff left side to Huey, and he's down to the 1. More Vessels on the tackle for Canevin. So we take another look at it on the UPMC Sports Medicine Instant Replay.
Those DBs in the midfield. Oh.
Sig into the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers. Back in front is Fort Cherry, and Matt Sig punches in another rushing touchdown.
It wasn't as quick as their first scoring drive, but they showed the ability to march down the field. 3rd down conversion, 4th down conversion. And they can do it in a multitude of ways, Matt, through the air and on the ground. And that's just another example.
Yeah, I think some people look at the numbers and realize, okay, they're run first. But that's just because they've been in situations where they've just had to run the football.
Right.
Extra point through the pulls and good. Nick Massey puts another one through. And just like that, the Rangers back in front, 14-7. But hold everything. Bishop Canevin's getting the ball when we come back on the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week.
By the time this Steelers fan is finished drinking his Pepsi, you'll be 15 seconds closer to game time. Steelers watching. Better with Pepsi.
My patients and I grew up together. I love watching my patients when they retire, starting when they're 61, 62. 2 years left, doc. I got 2 years left, doc, and then I'm good. Then they deserve a retirement. And Medicare Advantage is for that.
I think we also want choice. Whether you are home or traveling, our plans give you access to a large network of doctors and hospitals, including UPMC. That's peace of mind.
You can't get better than that.
I'm attorney Edgar Snyder. For over 40 years, you've watched me do my signature point on TV. But who am I pointing at?
He's pointing at someone who's been hurt in an accident.
Someone overwhelmed with paperwork.
Someone struggling with bills.
Someone who can't get answers.
Someone who can't get justice.
I'm pointing at my community, my neighbors, and letting them know we're here to help. So remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
JRM Video Productions, winners of a Regional Emmy Award for Live Sporting Event.
Nice shot of the moon tonight over Dormont. Hey, make sure you're following us on the Steelers Youth Football and JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube for exclusive content, real-time highlights, and on-demand broadcasts. You can find it all on the Steelers Youth Football and JRM Sports social media channels. 14-7, Fort Cherry leads it over Bishop Canevin. They went squib kick the last time. Let's see what Shane Cornally, Mr. Do-It-All for the Rangers as well, put it into the air this time, fielded from the 20. It's Olds on the return. Olds got a little bit of blocking there over the 35-yard line. We take a look at the conference standings. There you see Fort Cherry and Bishop Canevin, the only two teams in this conference without a loss in conference play. Of course, Fort Cherry undefeated, and Canevin that one blemish we talked about. But this is pretty much a de facto conference championship tonight with the remaining schedules for both of these teams. Rangers have Shenango and Sarah Catholic. A pretty big one for Bishop Canevin next week with Monessen. Could logjam things, but for all intents and purposes, this is the big one.
We'll just go with that for right now. It sounds better for us, right?
Got to keep the people informed, right?
Yep.
Monte carry.
And if a conference championship alone wasn't enough motivation for these teams, Fort Cherry ended BC's season last year. So you know they remember that, and they want to get revenge for that as well.
Yep, that 33-21 win for Fort Cherry. Here's a screen pass set up to Mott. Mott trying to get out in space, and Matt Sig chases him down and pulls him down about 1.5 yards shy of the first down sticks.
I love getting Mott in the open space there. Quick screen pass, a now screen they call it. Get the ball in your playmakers' hands. Allow them to do what they do best.
Back to pass, Olszewski fires on the money for a first down, right on the far boundary. Hauling in the pass, Justin Melvin. Melvin gets a first down, and it's brought to you by Kelly Automotive.
BC goes a 3-by-1 formation, and they just simply throw a comeback right into the boundary. It's an easy pitch and catch for Olszewski.
See Bishop Canevin with the C, the Crusader logo on the right side of their helmet, not on the left. Was told that's an ode to the Steelers. Same thing. Steelers only have it on one side. First down at 10, low snap. Olszewski handles, dime to 10 one more time. It's Monte Mott finding his way for another fresh set of downs for the Crusaders to the 34-yard line.
And what Bishop Canevin does so well is their formations are so complex. They were in a 3-by-1 bunch set there, and it's hard for a high school secondary to play man coverage against a bunch formation. It's hard to sort that out when the receivers cross over each other like that.
First and 10. Ball at the 34, final play of the quarter. Olszewski testing it down. He's got Olds one more time, but he drops it incomplete. And with 1 second to go, we'll have a final play of the first quarter. Olds could have had this game tied up.
That's all right. Snap and clear, on to the next play. He'll have many more tonight. Olszewski threw a beautiful ball there down the sideline, and Olds turned on the speed, outran everybody of the defense. And you know what any DB coach in America says? If the receiver is even, he's leaving.
Second down, 10 from the 34. Final play. This will be the final play, barring a penalty. Back to pass. Olszewski going
play.
right back to it. Got Olds. First and goal, Crusaders. To start the second. Goes right back to him.
I'm going to take a guess and say Olds went to their coach and said, let's run the same play. I can beat him again. And they did it.
33 yards. Bishop Canevin in the red zone when we come back for a second quarter. Crusaders and Rangers in a thriller already on this Friday night on KDK+.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or a school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit MaceroCG.com for more information.
By having real clients and producing real campaigns, at La Roche, our students thrive by putting their ideas into action.
The students at La Roche that are using applied learning completely nailed my business and delivered me something that I am going to be able to use in real time.
It was a really nice experience to actually see how the establishment functions, being able to actually work with real people, real community partners, instead of something that was hypothetical.
Want to get gear direct from the team? Shop all things black and gold at the official Steelers Pro Shop located at Acrisure Stadium. Get the latest Sideline apparel and hats, jerseys of your favorite players, authentic memorabilia, custom gear, and exclusives you can only find here. Don't forget, you aren't game day ready without a terrible towel. The Steelers Pro Shop has everything you need to be part of the legendary Steelers Nation. Come experience the Acrisure Stadium shopping environment or shop online at shop.steelers.com.
It's more than a move. It's a new job for her, a new baseball team for him. And for Badger, it's a new yard with more room to roam. It's more than a move, and we're more than a truck.
I need you. I need you every single day, and I want you. I want you every single way, and I need you. I need you every single way, and it's love, it's love, it's love, it's la 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 la, it's love, it's love, it's love.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
High above Dormont Stadium, Dormont, Pennsylvania, on the campus owned by Keystone Oaks School District, the home of Bishop Canevin, the only stadium in the state of Pennsylvania, and of course the WPIL hosts 3 teams: Bishop Canevin, Keystone Oaks, Seton LaSalle, all call Dormont Stadium home.
I've never been here before, Matt. It's gorgeous. Tucked in right here in Dormont. Never would have known it was up here.
First down and goal for Bishop Canevin to start the second quarter. Fort Cherry leading by 7. Low snap, Olszewski keeps Olszewski. He'll run it in. Touchdown Crusaders. A 1-yard run for Cole Olszewski.
Well, here's some football 101. When an offense comes out in an empty set, that means no running back in the backfield. The only run the offense can run is a quarterback draw. Other than that, it's going to be a pass.
Wise words, JP. Extra point coming to tie things from Leo Shorthouse, soccer player on the Crusaders soccer team. Comes out for special teams practice, and he puts it through the poles to tie it at 14 all. And with this game tied, we're going to go down to Susie, who is a special guest with her.
Kind of cool to get out here and see some authentic, football.
You just made your NFL debut a few weeks ago against the Colts. It's actually one of the teams that you were on a practice squad for in your rookie season. You're one of 5 Harvard players that signed to an NFL team this season. But what was that moment like, making your NFL debut?
It's pretty surreal. Coming from Harvard, it's slim to get to the NFL, but making my debut, especially against a team I was in a practice squad with. I mean, it was crazy how everything comes full circle.
Mm-hmm. Last year, you were released by the Chargers after the preseason. You actually picked up a substitute teaching job, which I commend you for. I could never do teaching, I'll say that. But whenever you were at that high school, did they ask you to coach at all? And if you were to coach, what do you think your best attribute would have been, or what would have been your best quality that you would have brought to the team?
Yeah, actually, it was a middle school, and They did ask me to help out with the flag football team in April, but I wasn't going to be there because camp started back up. But yeah, I mean, probably just some IQ bring to the kids and enthusiasm, get them going and get them excited. I mean, I remember one time at recess, I just brought the football out there. Just threw it around and had a little mini 7-on-7 game going on. So, yeah, it would have been fun. It would have been fun for sure.
Aaron, clearly a high school standout, and then you go to Harvard, you say it's slim pickings to make it to that. Think to yourself, that young Aaron, all those years ago in high school, what would you tell him now, and maybe even some of these kids, as they try and be you one day?
Follow your dreams. I mean, the door is going to be open no matter where you go. You don't necessarily have to follow the trends. I mean, obviously, I went to Ivy League. I wasn't very popular. Yeah, just to believe in yourself and then keep going and, do the things you need to do day by day. Whether that's, staying up late doing homework or, summertime, not playing video games and, training on the field.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Aaron, I think you're a popular guy here tonight. Again, Aaron Champlin, a running back for the Steelers here this year. Matt and JP, we're back up to you.
Thanks, Susie. Incomplete pass at second down, and in trouble is Sig, and he's swarmed. Canevin on the scene behind the line of scrimmage, loses 2. Canevin faithful getting hyped up here. McKinnon Johnson was the first man there. It's third down.
Negative plays here is a stressor for this Bishop Canevin defense here tonight. That's what Chase Pine says. They want to get Sig behind the line of scrimmage as much as possible to get them behind the sticks, face third and long.
Third down, 12. Sig rolls, searches, pressured, throws, jump ball, incomplete. Dropped, nearly intercepted, then nearly caught. Shane Cornelli almost took it away from Jaden Lindsay. But it will be fourth down for the Rangers.
Nobody was open there, Matt. Sig just took a jump ball opportunity for Cornelli and threw it up to him. He was betting on his guy, and Bishop Canevin won that matchup.
Senior on senior there on the coverage, and now it's fourth down, 4th and 12.
That's the first stop of the game, I believe, Matt.
It is. Ryan Huey will punt for the Rangers and send this one out of bounds. Not a great punt. It's going to give Bishop Canevin pretty good field position at the 43-yard line. When we come back, all square at 14. Canevin, can they get their first lead of the game? That answer on the back half of this break on the Steelers High School Showcase.
Your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale.
$42 per hour and terrific health benefits. Imagine having 0 student loans while receiving state-of-the-art construction training in the team and get mentorship and guidance from experienced members. Go now to laborparecruit.com for more information.
I'm Albert Lin. I'm Chief of Shoulder Surgery at UPMC. I chose orthopedics because we have a chance of making really positive impacts on people's lives to get people back to whatever it is they want to do, whether that's their job, whether it's sports, whether it's just raising their hands so that they can put on their shirt. Everything that we do is driven towards improving patient care and patient outcome. World-renowned care, world-renowned surgery, world-renowned experts in everything. That is really what sets UPMC apart.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Macero Construction, by Herc Rentals, by Kelly Automotive, by LaRoche University. Be your authentic self. Second quarter action in our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, brought to you by Giant Eagle, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Sprint Group. Tied at 14, but now Bishop Canevin forces Fort Cherry to punt. Now the Crusaders have an opportunity to take their first lead of this ball game. 10:51 to go in the second. Empty set Olszewski, a screen pass that gets blown dead. Another chance to chat. Dave Barry, our head referee. And a encroachment penalty on the Rangers will move Canevin up 5 yards and make it 1st and 5. And 1st and 5, a lot of offensive coordinators, JP, like to test it because you kind of get a free down to play with.
Free down, take a shot, especially around midfield here. But it looks like they're in a max protection situation, so that might be the case. I'd look at Olds in the boundary trying to take the top off.
They go to the run game, and Mott shakes off one, tries to get the corner, does a first down as he got tripped up by Sig, but not before. A Kelly Automotive first down for the sophomore.
Sig went for the kill shot here in the alley, it looks like. Let's see here. Just whiffed.
1st and 10, Canevin from the 46. Mott, one more time. Carries Salvini with him for a ride there to the, I'll mark this at the 43. Only give him 3 on that first down carry.
He got rolled up on a little bit, looks like.
Aerial shot from our GBU Life blimp. Second down and 6. Olszewski threw a leading 36 touchdown pass in the WPIL a season ago.
Wow. He can sling it. No doubt about that. He's shown us tonight so far.
Ground game with Mott sidelined. They go to Kavir Holman, and Holman picks his way to the 40, where it will be 3rd down. They are looking at the ankle of Mott right now on the sidelines. As we have a 3rd down at 5 at the 40-yard line. Empty set for Olszewski. Back to pass, steps up into the pocket. Now he's going to take off and run with it. Lower his shoulder there. Not afraid of the contact as he will. Let's see, will he officially pick this thing up? I think he's going to be about a yard short or a little less than.
So, Matt, there's a little bit of a chess match going on right now between these two teams, between Fort Cherry's defense and BC's offense. After BC has had a few deep completions to Olds, Fort Cherry has moved to a 2-high cover 2 defense, and the only weakness about a cover 2 defense is that you're weak in the box, and that's why Bishop Canevin has been running a lot this drive.
So 4th down and 1. This is officially 1 yard. They throw it here to the near side. A little screen pass, easily get the first down. Jaden Lindsay is the man to do it.
Smart play, and that's really Bishop Canevin's version of running the football by throwing it. You're just throwing a no-gain pass straight down the line of scrimmage, and when the corner is 8 yards off the line of scrimmage, it's basically a run play for that wide receiver.
And when you need only 1 yard to convert, you get a couple more.
Yep.
First down at 10 for the Crusaders from the 32. Play action. Olszewski rolls. He'll throw right at the sticks. And then backing up, it's Olds. Olds will circle around for about an 8-yard pickup as he circled at the 25-yard line. And another reception for DeMar Olds, the junior.
This passing game here at Bishop Canevin is very polished. It's all ran on details, repetition, timing. It's clear that they practice this all summer and all offseason long.
Olszewski threw 2 touchdown passes as a freshman in the 2021 Whippeal title game. Canevin winning that one. One of 2 Whippeal titles to their credit. And they give the carry this time to Holman, who's stacked up. Fort Cherry not allowing anything. No gain of the play. It will be 3rd down. And 3 coming up.
Another 3rd down conversion on this drive, Matt. And also, this is probably 4 down territory for them. You know, they really have 2 plays to get 3 yards. offensive coordinator Marcus Admiola knows that. And they go 5 wide set here.
All to the bottom of your screen, little pump fake, and now it, and then it ends up being caught. How did it find Monte Mott? It was nearly going to be intercepted, but it found Mott, but it's going to lose yards all the way back to the 29-yard line, what will be 4th down and 7.
You know, sometimes, Matt, they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, they drove the whole way down, and now they get in this wacky 5-by-0 formation here, and that might have killed the drive.
There was immediate pressure from Fort Cherry. Archie Shattuck was the man barreling down. 4th and 7, kind of in no man's land here at the 29-yard line. And I believe we're going to get a timeout taken by Bishop Canevin. And, you know, Western Pennsylvania is known for some notable coaches. Mike Ditka will celebrate his 85th birthday a week from tonight. Then how about Chuck Knox from Swickley, that later became Quaker Valley. Mike McCarthy, head coach of Dallas, went to Boyle High School. Then 2 Fort Cherry grads, Marty Schottenheimer and Marvin Lewis. And then a guy everybody knows here in the Steel City, Bill Cower out of Carlington High School.
I did not know all those. Wow.
Fort Cherry, 2 NFL coaching legends, and all of those guys on the screen have over 100 wins in the National Football League. Pretty cool. You know, JP, when I was doing my research with this, one guy stood out, left him off the list, but his story was so interesting, I had to tell you about it.
Okay.
Monaca's John Karras was a 9-year pro back in 1937, but his coaching history, he was the head high school football coach for Pitcairn, which is out like the Gateway, Monroeville area.
Yep.
He went and coached Pitcairn, and then the next year was the head coach for the Detroit Lions.
What?
He went from the Whippeal to the NFL.
Wow.
Pretty crazy. Here's Olszewski dialing one up for the end zone. Incomplete. Tried to hit Justin Melvin. And on 4th down and 7, both defenses decide to hold in back-to-back possessions.
You know, I don't hate the idea of taking a shot, but what killed him was the 3rd down play. Lost 5 yards on that play. I think if they just would have stuck to their bread and butter, they'd still be driving.
If you're wondering, by the way, Karras didn't win a game as coach of the NFL.
I was going to ask.
We get a timeout here as Fort Cherry takes over on downs. They want to talk about it. So we'll go pay some bills. Tied up at 14 on KDKA+.
This awesome gift is from my grandma. I use free pay policy from GBA Life.
What does it do?
It accumulates cash value, helps protect my future insurability, and it may even earn dividends.
What's so great about that?
My policy will grow with me. Plus, I get access to the GBA Life Youth Leaders Program, scholarships, and more.
Oh.
You might be interested in a GBA Life annuity. You're probably thinking about retiring soon, right, Mrs. Jones?
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football for WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
You've got dreams, might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine. And Ryan's. And our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work. To bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, by the Waterfront, by Two Men and a Junk Truck Pittsburgh, by Panera Bread. The Fort Cherry faithful making the trip here to Dormont tonight. Root on their Rangers, who have won 21 consecutive regular season games.
Fort Cherry faithful got a student section?
I think there's some over there. Yeah, there are. Sitting down over there.
It's a big game.
It is a big one. Here's Sig. Sig, first down and more. Nice open field tackle by DeMar Olds. Not before the Rangers pick up a fresh set of downs.
Great open field tackle there. That had potential to go a lot further. Track the near hip, near foot, near shoulder, wrap and roll.
Sig broke his thumb in the first game of the season this year as he hands it off to Ryan Huey. Huey picks his way to the 50-yard line. Still played. Put a cast on it. Wasn't able to throw. Was on his throwing hand. Then got it off 2 weeks ago and has gotten the full all clear. A little bit of
gritty.
Yes. A lot of that.
Football guy.
No doubt. 4-sport athlete. Football, basketball, baseball, track. And a WPIAL champion in track, by the way. Huey to the first down line. Corey doing a great job in the truck with our first down line all season long as we take another look at this on the UPMC Sports Medicine Instant Replay.
They're getting their ground game going on this drive, Matt. You know, the first touchdown was all pass. Since then, they've kind of slowed the pace down.
Both teams have kind of done that and wanted to possess the football and not. They're like, well, track meet, but let's not make this a 40-yard dash. As Sig brought down right at the line, and McKenna Johnson.
Bishop Canevin knows that on Fort Cherry's zone reads that Sig likes to keep it about 90% of the time. Sooner or later, with their defensive ends crashing as hard as they are, Sig's going to hand it off, and it's going to come back to bite them. But for now, it's worked so far this game.
Second down, 11. From the 47, Sig with pressure, steps away from it. Now he'll take off. Sig weaving and spinning his way, making magic happen. That's all number 3 here.
Yeah, they had a couple chances to get him in the backfield, but that's the hardest time because he sees where you are, and you are trying as hard as you can to get him, and you know it's a potential for a big play, and you don't want to miss it, but those are the ones you miss. It's like catching a fly ball. You're just thinking about it.
Came into tonight 5,025 yards, 3,025 passing.
Makes it a third and manageable here instead of third and forever.
At the 43, Sig one more time the right side and then converged on about a yard shy of the sticks. It'll be fourth down for the Rangers. They've converted on fourth down once tonight already.
See, that can't happen. Somebody needs to get immediate penetration to stop that flow and cut off the flow of that offensive line. Make Sig cut back in.
Under 3 minutes to play here in the second. Shotgun for Sig. He'll take the carry, and he'll break free. Sig into the open field. Touchdown, Rangers. A conversion and a touchdown. 37 yards. Rangers back in front.
I think everybody in the stadium knew that Matt Sig was going to get the ball on that 4th and 1, and it was the right decision by Fort Cherry. Cut back, and nobody was home. Hits his head on the goalpost.
Extra point put through the poles. Nick Massey makes it 21-14. Fort Cherry's 3rd lead of the ball game. Take a look at the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette 1A power rankings. Fort Cherry, clear and prohibitive favorite as the defending champs. Clarendon, ready for this stat, JP? Clarendon hasn't given up a defensive touchdown yet this year. They've given up 7 points. It was on a fumble recovery. Clarendon defense has given up 0 points to this point. 7 games. They play Leechburg tonight. Have a feeling 7-0 versus 7-0, that might go away. Neshannock, they're 6-1. Their only loss is to 2A Elwood City. And Bishop Canevin checking in there at 5-1. Their only loss to 2A St. LaSalle.
Very competitive 1A this year.
Yeah.
It's top heavy for sure.
The Bears back in the conversation.
I love that.
Canevin has had the answer on the ensuing drive. And when Fort Cherry has not scored, then they couldn't put it together.
Yes.
Really a tit for tat here.
Somebody has to break the pattern.
Yeah.
And really that's what we talked about pregame, is which defense is going to get more stops. Who is going to not allow the other team to answer the call?
Right now, both defenses have a stop apiece. See what the story here with 2:21 to go in the first half will tell. Olszewski clearing out the backfield.
Look at the screen to Mott down here at the bottom. Oh, they just called it off.
And there's a flag. Play clock went to Richmond penalty. See if Dave Barry agrees with my guess. He does. Make it 1st and 5 for BC.
If this corner stays alone down here and the safety does not come over to help with the 2-on-1 situation, I like the now screen into the boundary.
Olszewski with some pressure, steps up, going to take off. And a run here to the near sideline, chased out of bounds by Ryan Huey. He's 2nd down and 1 after the scramble for 9. And Olszewski's had some wheels when he needs to use them.
Yeah, he doesn't love to do it. He prefers to stay in the pocket and throw the ball downfield, but he's shown us a couple times tonight that if he has to, he can.
2nd down, 1. Throws the screen pass to Mott. And Monte Mott, there it is, 1st down. JP, they call him Bow Wow. Monte Mott.
That's exactly what I expected the play before. Fort Cherry continues to show their soft coverage here by the corner and the boundary, and the safety is 15 yards from the line of scrimmage in the middle of the field. They're going to take that 2-on-1 matchup all the time, Bishop Canevin will, with the now screen.
1st down brought to you by Kelly Automotive. Olszewski all day to throw. Check down, got a man. It's Melvin. Melvin circles for a 1st down and finally pulled down at the 40 into Fort Cherry territory.
Nice route there by Melvin. 10-yard out. Perfect timing with Olszewski, and I love the ability to cut it back in and get vertical. Defender over pursues. Okay, we'll take the 1st down.
And there's another encroachment penalty. I think they got the freshman jumping one more time. Shattuck. Olszewski about 500 yards coming into tonight, away from becoming the 25th all-time leading pass.
Didn't hold on to it long enough. Didn't hold on to it long enough.
This is in the area of holding, and it looks like that's what it's going to be on the Crusaders. It is.
Well, the past two plays are going backwards. Self-inflicted penalties. Drive killer, especially in a 2-minute situation. 2-minute situation. Now it's...
Yep. Need the 30, just shy of the 30-yard line for a first down. Back to pass. Olszewski just going to let one rip. And he got it, man! Oh, what a catch! Jaden Lindsay, full extension. First down, Crusaders.
Wow, what a throw and catch. When he let that go, no way did I think it was going to be caught.
50 yards. How did he do it? Well, I think he got the hands underneath there, JP. I think that one stands
great catch.
Even in a review.
I think Matt Sig underestimated the receiver's speed a little bit there. When you're playing safety, nobody can get deeper than you. You got to be as deep as the deepest.
30 seconds to go in the half. Olszewski pointing out, conducting, zipping it over, and getting it over to a receiver shallow for a couple. That's Olds.
Wow.
Stops the clock with 24 seconds.
Well, that's one way to convert on 1st and 25. Let's take 35.
50.
50.
And we're inside the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone. The teams like to convert tonight.
Well, now they changed the situation from a challenge situation to a chunk situation. The difference is if the offense has more yards than seconds to go, it's a challenge situation. Less yards than seconds, chunk.
I like that. Olszewski rolling here to the near side, looking into the end zone, throwing that way to the corner. Oh, he couldn't get him. Incomplete. Jaden Lindsay tried to make another fantastic grab. And it will be 3rd down and 8 from the 15.
Olszewski's putting on a passing clinic here in the first half. That is the hardest throw a quarterback can make, is when a right-handed guy is rolling to his left on the run. You have to turn your body back against your momentum and let it rip, and he puts it on a dime.
Let's take another look at the one he did catch. Jaden Lindsay, and this full extension on forever in distance here.
Yes. Fort Cherry's in cover 2 here. So really, this play should never happen.
Fitted in between freshman year title game, beat Our Lady of the Sacred Heart for Bishop Canevin's second Whippeal title. Their other coming back in 1990. Now, Bishop Canevin trying to tie things here late in the first half, and shows he's still got a little speed as he sped down the sideline.
That was a 40-yard dash there by him. Looks like Fort Cherry's going zero coverage here.
Olszewski back to pass. Pressure, set up a screen. It was bobbled and incomplete. Right play call there. Mott was there, and the clock stops with 1 second.
You're right. Perfect play call. Just wasn't executed. Nobody was expecting a screen pass there.
That's one where if you catch it, you have to get in the end zone because time expires. Final play of the half, barring a penalty. Empty set for Olszewski. 3 stacked to the bottom of your screen. Olszewski rolls out as the horn sounds. He'll throw into the end zone, and it's knocked away by 6. hold the 7-point advantage, 21-14 at the break. As the teams headed to the locker room, this first half of football as good as anticipated. And let's go down to Susie Cool, who has Tanner Gary.
Thanks, Matt. Coach Matt Sigari with 2 touchdowns on the night, one on a 4th and 1, a 37-yarder. Where's he finding that open space?
He just keeps on, getting back to it. I think they're trying to do everything they can to slow him down. A lot of teams are, so just need to keep scramble to the ball, attack the ball, and just play the second half.
Thanks, Coach. Matt.
Thanks, Susie, and thanks, Coach, as Susie's about to join the Fort Cherry Marching Band here at halftime. 21-14 our score. Fort Cherry leads Bishop Canevin in a single-A showdown. Exciting second half to come and the Shell halftime to come. It's here on the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented to you by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette and Spread Group, and it rolls on right here on KDKA+.
At Laway, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Laway apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Laway to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs.
Hi, folks. Welcome to the Pittsburgh Steelers Hall of Honor Museum.
Thanks. They really wore that back then, Grandpa?
Yeah, they really did.
Playing back then was tough, believe me.
Now this is the best era. Nobody could beat that dynasty.
I couldn't agree more. Those teams were unstoppable.
Now, I don't know about that, but the team was really good in the 90s.
Come on, you couldn't catch those teams of the 2000s. They went the distance, literally.
That's what I'm talking about! Yes!
The 70s are definitely the
No
best.
way! The 2000s, hands down. Whoa, guys, stop fighting. I think every era was pretty sweet.
You said it, kid. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and I hope to see you back here soon.
Wait, you're T?
Seems like a nice spot.
Welcome back, everybody, to KDKA Plus in the Shell halftime show here at Dormont Memorial Stadium. The Fort Cherry Rangers up 21-14 over the Bishop Canevin Crusaders. And right now, it's that time of the week where we take a look at the action off the field with our Steelers all-peer team, brought to you by the Mentorship in the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. And this week, we are featuring one of our very own seniors here tonight, Braden Suter. Braden is a 3-year captain and community pillar at Bishop Canevin who plays a pivotal role both on and off the field. Braden leads volunteer groups, organizes team study halls, participates in school missions, and competes in academic competitions. Braden also showcases academic excellence by winning a prestigious pharmaceutical competition at the University of Pittsburgh not too long ago. So not only is Braden doing a great job on the football field in the community, but also academically. So that's always so great to see. Keep it up, Braden. And if you know of anybody that should be on the Steelers all-peer team this season, go on over to Steelers.com/youth so you can go ahead and nominate them. And it's also that time of the week where we highlight our Coach of the Week from Week 6 action. This week we are taking a look at head coach Art Walker of the North Allegheny Tigers. Last week, the Tigers defeated the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils in a Class 6A matchup with a 28-21 victory. propelling Coach Walker to become the 12th coach in Whippeal history to reach 250 wins and now ranking 11th on the all-time coaching wins list. This marks Coach Walker's 3rd overall Coach of the Week honors and 2nd at North Allegheny since taking over in 2005. And he seems to be no stranger to being dubbed Coach of the Week. Congratulations, Coach Walker, on your 3rd Coach of the Week honors in Week 6 action. And now it's time to go to another break here. Again, it's the Shell Halftime Show on KDKA Plus on the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week.
My audience can put in an order and Spreadshop does the printing and sends it to anywhere in the world. It's like magic.
It costs nothing to set up and there is no money out of my pocket. I set my own prices and make my profits after costs.
I built my own brand, then started making money the first time I shared with my audience. Now all my followers are wearing my logo.
Setting up your Spreadshop takes just a few seconds, and all our products are made in-house. You can trust your brand is in good hands. Start your own merch store today at Spreadshop.com.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
In Pittsburgh, football season is all year round. The Pittsburgh Passion, 3-time national champions. A team of women united by drive, dedication, and heart. It's more than football.
Doesn't get frustrated. Trust in the process. Doesn't get frustrated. Trust in the process and the system that we're running. And he's just such a leader to everyone that we have on the team. It didn't take very long to be able to see that this isn't just a kid that's bigger than everyone else. He's also pretty fast. He's pretty good at football, and the work ethic is really what sets him apart, in my opinion.
Fort Cherry Junior quarterback Matt Sig has led the Rangers to their first ever WPIAL championship and a 7-0 mark this season. As he continues to climb and rewrite the WPIAL history books, I got a chance to sit down with Matt and talk about his team's success and the spotlight that surrounds him. Fort Cherry's Matt Sig joins us. Matt, thanks so much for taking some time out. Appreciate it. How is this season? We'll start with this season. How has this season gone for you guys and you personally to this point?
It's been great. I mean, obviously we're 7-0. Started off the season with some adversity. Had some tough stretches. I personally broke my thumb, so it was tough to get over that for a while. But back to 100% now, and it seems like we're getting better every week. We're making strides. It's definitely good.
What has it been like, and maybe from your perspective, in your words, people put them in their own words, but from your own words, what has this ride been like for you?
I mean, it's been fun. I'm just trying to enjoy it as much as I can. I mean, high school only comes around once, so just trying to go about it the right way. Enjoy it with my family and friends, and come down to a decision here soon, and figure everything else out.
Who are some of the players that you looked up to growing up before you made it to the high school level?
So my dad was a coach at Keystone Oaks, so I was always there growing up. Michael Dower, if you remember that name, I mean, he was a stud running back. He went to Duquesne. He was always fun to watch on Friday nights. Alex Smith was a dog at quarterback. Just those teams that were always really good at KO that I watched a lot. And then I was always from here, but I never watched too much football here until like 7th grade. And then like the guys before I didn't get to play with, but Maddox Truschel was a quarterback before me here, so I came my 8th grade year, kind of worked with him a lot, and he taught me a lot of the offense, so I was able to hit the ground running like 9th grade year.
What's the recruiting process been like for you early on? You're playing in a single-A school, and then you get the Penn State offer, then the floodgates have kind of opened since then. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely tough early on. Being from a small school, I felt like I was being kind of overlooked. A lot of guys in my class kind of started getting offers a lot earlier than me, and I was like, what's going on? So that was kind of tough to just, be patient and just keep doing what I was doing. But, once Penn State offered, it kind of, just jumped, and, it's been fun since then, and, just trying to take it day by day, make relationships, and, take it slow with my family, and, eventually come down to a decision. What are the biggest points of emphasis that you're looking for when making your decision whenever you do that?
Obviously, I want a good school, somewhere that I can get developed as a person. And then on the football field, I mean, just a place where I fit into the offensive or defensive scheme. You know, coaches that I can relate to and I know are good people in the end, and you know, somewhere that can be said for 40 years, not 4. So yeah.
You're talking about playing for a small school. There's a good crop of talent from the WPIAL that has played at the small level and gone on to do big things. You know, the Tyler Boyds, the Terrell Pryors of the world. Mm-hmm. Do you kind of look back at that and know that that's not going to stunt any growth in the future?
Definitely. I mean, just, you know, being mentioned among some of those names is pretty freaking cool. So, I mean, you know, those guys, I mean, Tyler Boyd is in the NFL, Terrell Pryor is in the NFL. So, you know, just, you know, obviously they got some records up there, and, you know, definitely people that will be remembered throughout the WPIAL for a long time. So, you know, just being mentioned with them was pretty cool.
Pre-game rituals. Are you superstitious and you eating and listening to the same playlist before every game?
Definitely the same playlist every game. I got a lot of Rod Wave and Gunna on a playlist. I like those guys before a game. My grandma makes me a dinner before every game, so it kind of changes week to week. But you know, that's been steady throughout my high school career so far. So I guess if you could say those.
What's grandma whip up?
Sometimes it's like a chicken and broccoli rice casserole. It's really good. Sometimes some like mac and cheese, and she puts some other stuff in it. It's always good. But yeah, no matter what, it's always good.
What was that like for you to have the expectation?
And to do it at Acrisure, I mean, it was really special.
Were you a pro football fan, and are you a fan of the Steelers?
Oh yeah.
Any plans on going to any games this year?
Hope so. That's always, I try to get to at least one every year. Last year was cool. For winning the WPIAL, we got invited. So the whole team went down, so that was cool. So hopefully we get to do that again this year.
What advice would you give now? I was asking you earlier, players that you looked up to. Now players are starting to look up to you. What advice would you give to, you know, guys in middle school or freshmen coming up that want to have the success?
I think you just got to stay focused. You don't need to get caught up in any of the things going on around, you know, the kids in school, or, you know, you don't have to try to fit in. Just stay focused and work hard, and, you know, good things will come.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first.
And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever.
Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with a complete...
All right, thanks to Matt Sig for that interview. You know, such a great young man, giving his teammates a lot of credit, and certainly your first impressions of him, mine here again tonight, so impressed. And you might be the only one in the state of Pennsylvania excited. If he goes to Penn State or Pitt, you're going to be happy.
Well, I can understand, you know, the tough decision. You should hit me up for some advice. You know, I'm impartial, won't steer him one way or the other because I love both. But, you know, it's the best of both worlds situation. Can't make a wrong decision.
No, and he has some time to think about it for sure. But how have you thought about his play here so far. I mean, he's a game changer. Anytime he has the ball in his hands, he can make a touchdown. He can make a big play happen.
He is. As you said, he's always a threat to score a touchdown from anywhere on the field. But so far, I think Bishop Canevin has kept him pretty well in check in the run game, other than the 40-yard touchdown on 4th and 1. But other than that, they haven't really got consistent in their passing game other than the first touchdown of the game. But I think for both teams, it took a while to settle in, take a deep breath, their defense, start to figure out what the offense is doing. And I think the second half, we're in for a chess match.
It was funny you mentioned, I asked Rich Johnson, how do you stop Matt Sig? And he goes, when I figure it out, I'll let you know.
Right. A lot of people were wanting to know that, but both defensive coordinators have a huge challenge tonight. Both these offenses are special.
All right, let's take a look at the first half statistics here on the Shell Halftime Show. And you take a look at the total yards, neck and neck, really in every category here. Total yards, it's Bishop Canevin 224 to 211. First downs, Canevin the slight edge, 13 to 10. Neither team has turned the ball over tonight, and penalty yards have been kept to a minimum. This is a clean football game in every way of the word, and that's why it's so good after the first half.
Clean, efficient, effective. I'll tell you what stat is going to make or break the game. It's going to be turnovers, Matt. We talked about it pregame. Which defense is going to step up? Which defense is going to make a big play in crunch time? The turnover is going to change the game, going to change the momentum, and halt either offense, which one commits it.
Let's take a look at the Giant Eagle first half highlights. Some of the big plays from this first half. Matt Sig delivering the game's first score, hooking up with Shane Cornally. Cornally gets into the end zone, his 20th reception for a touchdown in his career. Matt Sig was finding receivers, and this one was a beauty.
And that's just a busted coverage there, Matt. Man-to-man coverage, you can't have your eyes in the backfield when your responsibility is one man and he's downfield.
Bishop Canevin and Cole Olszewski dial a couple big-time plays. This one to Monte Mont Bow Wow, making some bit players miss. This set up a 5-play, 61-yard drive, hooking up with this man, DeMar Olds, for the post-pattern touchdown, tied things at 7. Back comes Fort Cherry, a 14-play, 67-yard drive, took 6:32 off the clock, 14-7 Fort Cherry, and then Matt Sig, as this one was tied 14-14. Sig would go into the end zone to extend the lead to 21-14, and that's where we stand right now. Bishop Canevin got in with a short touchdown run by Cole Olszewski, their other score. Let's take a look at scores from around the WPIAL. Upper St. Clair, right now, this game is tied. This is an update. Bethel Park and Upper St. Clair tied at 7. BP just scored, so there's the update there. How about Franklin Regional and Penn Trafford? The Warriors lead the Panthers 14-3. Peters Township is up on top of South Fayette 17-3. Meanwhile, Woody High and Gateway are all knotted up 7-7. And Amani Christian up big over Deer Lakes already 28-0. And how about the Pittsburgh Central Catholic Vikings tonight? 59-0 over Norwell.
Well, that's expected, Matt. But are you surprised about the Deer Lakes Amani score?
I wasn't, and I'll tell you why. I think what Beaver did, Beaver lost to Amani Christian, and Beaver really took care of the Lancers last week. So by process of elimination, not as surprised. I think Amani Christian might be the best team in the class there in AA.
Because Deer Lakes, they're not a slouch team. They've had some good wins so far this season. I remember earlier, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about how impressed we were with them.
Fear the deer. The Saints aren't fearing the deer at this point. All right, that wraps up our show, halftime show. When we come back, we'll get you ready for second half action. 21-14, Fort Cherry leads Bishop Canevin. You're watching it all here on the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week.
This Saturday, tune in to KDKA Plus for PAC D3 college football as the Carnegie Mellon Tartans face the Grove City Wolverines. This Saturday at 2 p.m. only on KDKA Plus.
Think you've tried everything at Panera? Think again. Introducing more new sandwiches and salads with our new flavor-packed toasted Italiano and the mouth-watering Mediterranean chicken greens with grains. More in every...
Does the printing and sends it to anywhere in the world. It's like magic. Does the printing and sends it to anywhere in the world. It's like magic.
It costs nothing to set up, and there is no money out of my pocket. I set my own prices and make my profits after costs.
I built my own brand, then time I shared with my audience. Now all my followers are wearing my logo.
Setting up your spread shop takes just a few seconds, and all our products are made in-house. You can trust your brand is in good hands. Start your own merch store today at spreadshop.com.
By the time this Steelers fan is finished drinking his Pepsi, you'll be 15 seconds closer to game time. Steelers watching. Better with Pepsi.
We're getting ready for the third quarter of action here on our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented to you by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group on KDKA Plus, high above Dormont Stadium. Getting ready for third quarter action between the Crusaders and the Fort Cherry Rangers. Fort Cherry has a 7-point advantage, but Bishop Canevin will get the football to start this third frame.
Well, Matt, I'm sure they're disappointed at how they finished the first half. Missed opportunity there, driving the whole way down and stalling out on the last play of the first half. Incomplete pass from the 5-yard line or so. They got to keep that momentum. I'm sure they made a few tweaks during halftime adjustments, as we always talk about.
Here's Cornally, has it teed up, and will pooch kick this, fielded at the 32-yard line.
Uh-oh.
And a good return for Holman. There he goes! Going, and he lost the ball! And Fort Cherry recovers. You've got to be kidding me. Shane Cornally comes away with the football. Bishop Canevin had tied this football game, and Holman forgot the football.
They pooch kicked it because they did not want to kick it to Mott. And sometimes that's the strategy of the kickoff team, is you want to kick it to somebody that's not used to handling the football.
JP, I feel like he was trying to switch arms.
Oh, I feel so bad for him. That's going to bother him. Snap and clear next play. It's okay. It's a long game.
So Fort Cherry takes over on the quick change, and now here's Matt Sig stacked up after a 1-yard pickup. The roller coaster of emotions on this play for everybody in the stadium. Bishop Canevin has this game tied. Canevin, this is a team game, JP.
Yep.
To make this a moot point, you get a stop.
Exactly. Team game. Defense wasn't expecting to be on the field, but we're up. Got to put the fire out. Sudden change. And the positive about it is that he did it, 50 yards in his return.
Right.
It's one thing if he fumbled the ball when he caught it. So at least they don't have bad field position.
Sig throws it, intercepted! Picked off, and Canevin's going to get the score they earned! Bishop Canevin scored! Bishop Canevin scores a pick six! Arian Edwards! What kind of hug is Kavir Holman going to give Erlen Edwards?
It's like when Jerome Bettis fumbled the football against the Colts and Ben made the tackle.
Edwards, I thought he got in there, JP.
Now it's like pretend Holman never fumbled. He just ran out of bounds at the 1-yard line. It's like that play never happened.
I got one of the assistant coaches with his arm around Holman on the sidelines as Bishop Canevin has called a timeout to calm down the excitement that has just been ejected into here to Dormont Stadium.
Well, Matt, we talked about there were no turnovers at all in the first half. Now there was 2 in the first 4 plays of the second half.
Edwards, some hugs from teammates. Rich Johnson approves. Sudden changes here tonight.
I don't think Sig saw him. He was sitting right in that hook window and threw it right to him.
Canevin first and goal from the 1. Olszewski with 2 in the backfield. He'll take it himself. Push forward. Convoy Not in, they say. Thrown back at the half-yard line. Second down and goal. Another crack at it. Could Koloszewski potentially have 2 rushing touchdowns in this game? Who had that on the bingo card?
That's a rare one.
Nice hard tackle there by Tyler Wolf. Olszewski one more time, pushing forward. Second effort, touchdown! Touchdown Crusaders, Koloszewski. Twice just as nice. Extra point away from tying things here in the third.
What a roller coaster is right, Matt. And I don't think the quarterback sneak play is ran too much by Bishop Canevin. They're usually in their shotgun with 5 wide, empty set. But whatever you got to do to get.
At Loewe, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Loewe apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Loewe to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
At 2 Men and a Junk Truck, we can remove your things, so you have room to dream.
I'm attorney Edgar Snyder. For over 40 years, you've watched me do my signature point on TV. But who am I pointing at?
He's pointing at someone who's been hurt in an accident.
Someone overwhelmed with paperwork.
Someone struggling with bills.
Someone who can't get answers.
Someone who can't get justice.
I'm pointing at my community, my neighbors, and letting them know we're here to help. So remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing.
Richards. And by Edgar Snyder and Associates, a personal injury law firm where they always say, there's never a fee unless we get money for you. The Northern Lights last night over Dormont. Mark Cardillo doing some great, incredible.
Most Yinzers think the Northern Lights are the Iron City sign on top of Mount Washington.
What is there to say to that? How about the 21-21 ball game we have right now?
It's exactly what we asked for.
And I know you felt sick for Kavir Holman and how that played out. Here's a line drive kick fielded by Ryan Huey. Huey gets a nice block, and he has a burst of speed and gets tackled by the kicker, and the ball comes loose.
Oh, my gosh.
Canevin says they have it. Officials trying to uncover the rugby scrum. Canevin football. The roller coaster continues.
Up the middle, sees a crease, hits the crease. Perfect strip. You practice that. It's like starting a lawnmower. Matt, we talked about no turnovers in the first half. Now there's 3 already.
Unbelievable, yes. Just a few minutes in to this first half. Now Canevin goes back on offense as Monte Mott gets the carry back to the line of scrimmage, no further. And now does Fort Cherry's defense have a stop in them? Canevin has not led in this game. Fort Cherry 3 times has taken a 7-point advantage, only to see Canevin get back and tie things. Back to pass, Olszewski has time, looks near side, and coverage too good.
You're
Flag
right,
is
Matt.
thrown. Melvin, the intended receiver.
You're exactly right, Matt. Gavin Grace almost expected the comeback, read it perfectly, and he was on blanket coverage, almost too good a position.
Holding on for Cherry is the call. So that moves them inside the 40. Ball at the 38 now. 1st and 10, Canevin. Straight look down from our aerial coverage provided to you by GBU Life.
You can feel the momentum that Bishop Canevin has right now.
No doubt. Can they connect on it? Motion out of the slot, Barbish. They hand it off to Mott. Off the left side, Mott. Mott, a gain of 9. Chased out of bounds by Nathan Wolf.
He got that ankle spatted up after a brief injury in the first half, and it looks like he's running back to normal.
See Charles Butler there, 6'4", 315 pounds, sophomore, JP.
It's a big kid.
It's a big grocery bill.
Yep.
Olszewski steps up, throwing into the end zone, just overcooked. Incomplete, intended for Lindsey. Double coverage on Lindsey in the vicinity as well.
Since Fort Cherry has adjusted to the cover 2 defense here, Bishop Canevin hasn't been able to connect on their long shots, which that's exactly the goal of the cover 2 defense.
Bring that safety over to help.
Yep.
3rd down 1. Olszewski goes under center. Under the center, J.J. Phillips. And then comes back out for this Johnny Patrician named Look.
Yep.
Well, you didn't name it, but
it's pretty universal.
You named it to me.
Okay.
I always call it a check with me, but I like Look.
Either one.
Mott, 1st down and more. Inside the 20, and that means inside the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone. Crusaders in striking distance to take their first lead of this ballgame.
And they're not slowing down. They're keeping the pedal to the metal here.
Off the right side, it's Mott one more time, and he's pulled down from behind. Blake Sweeter.
Nice tackle by him. If he doesn't make that shoestring tackle there, Mott can get around the edge.
Clock winds here in the 3rd. Wild start to this 3rd quarter. Canevin thought they had returned the kick of this 3rd quarter, the opening kick, back for a touchdown. It was fumbled. 3 plays later, Matt Sig throws an interception, sets Bishop Canevin up 1st and goal. They punch it in 2 plays later. Now they set up a screen here to Mott, trying to get some of that lost yardage, and they're not going to. I'm going to go back to the original line of scrimmage at the 19, where it will be 3rd and 13.
Love the play call there, tunnel screen. It's hard to execute for an offensive line. You kind of got to let the defensive line get past you, allow them to think they have a free lane to the quarterback. And those defensive linemen, they need to turn and sprint in pursuit of the football as quick as they can.
3rd down, 12, ball at the 18. Olszewski clears out the backfield, gets the snap, steps up, rolls, shakes off, will tightrope the boundary, and Olszewski stretches for the 1st down. He's going to be awfully close. We'll check the spot. It looks like a yard shy. 4th down and less than a yard.
3rd and 12. It looked like Fort Cherry was playing it safe there. They're expecting the pass, obviously, forcing Olszewski to run.
How about him kind of deking Tyler Wolf?
Yeah.
Who was barreling down on him. Now 4th down.
Quarterback sneak. Never mind. I mean, they only go under center when they're doing a quarterback sneak.
Gets the snap. Going to hand it off to Mott. Mott gets the 1st down. That was the important portion of that. Fresh set of downs for the Crusaders. This 1st down brought to you by Kelly Automotive.
I love the exotic formations and looks that Bishop Canevin uses. You don't even see them in college football, really. Look at this, 2 backs to the one side of the quarterback in shotgun.
Mott, one more time. Mott's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crusaders. Bow Wows put the Crusaders in front. Bishop Canevin's first lead of the night.
Mott can pack a punch. He gets downhill fast with 2 lead blockers in front of him, and they clear the way. Typical counter for Bishop Canevin, and it works.
Mott's 9th rushing touchdown of the season. Extra point from the right foot of Leo Shorthouse. Through the poles and good. Bishop Canevin has a 28-21 advantage. Here in the third with 7:05.
Pretty good game.
Yeah, I think Moon does have the advantage in that one. Tigers trying to keep things rolling. An imperative game for them to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. We're going to see the Tigers in 2 weeks. Last game of the regular season against South Fayette.
I just can't believe we're at that point in the season
wild.
already.
Stretch run, dude. Unbelievable. Well, we've seen some interesting kickoffs here.
Yeah, really.
This one's going to whirly bird its way out of bounds. And no crazy happenings on this one. But it gives Fort Cherry back the football in a deficit. Not something you could say very often.
Yeah, they've only allowed 40 points all season, Matt. Almost, or more than half of that tonight alone. But it's still early. They can still run the football. They can still do what they want. By no means do they need to hit the panic button and start throwing for the rest of the game. They got this under control. I think Fort Cherry as a team right now, they need to decompress, take a deep breath, relax.
Not trying to get it all back.
Right. It's been a crazy couple of minutes so far to this second half. It's smart. Call timeout and talk about it.
Bishop Canevin wants to put the momentum. We'll take a timeout as well. Crusaders lead it 28-21 over Fort Cherry, and you're watching high school football here on KDKA+.
A little birdie told us that you're looking for more ways to save on all your favorite Giant Eagle items. In meat, dairy, and produce. So we're making it easy with new lower prices, weekly sales, deals for days, and My Perks. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
By having real clients and producing real campaigns, at La Roche, our students thrive by putting their ideas into action.
The students at La Roche that are using applied learning completely nailed my business and delivered me something that I am going to be able to use in real time.
It was a really nice experience to actually see how the establishment functions, being able to actually work with real people, real community partners, instead of something that was hypothetical.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost...
On a pink-out night and homecoming. Right now, they excited. Their Crusaders are up 28-21. First down and 10 out of that timeout. And a Crusader defense ball hawking right now. Stacked up. The handoff went to Ryan Huey, and he got bottled up. Let's check in with Susie Cool down on the sideline.
Thanks, Matt. Coming out of the half, Bishop Canevin head coach Richard Johnson said that his team needs to execute on plays. Well, they've done that in this second half so far, and when it comes to Fort Cherry quarterback Matt Sig, they got to tackle him. They can't let him loose. He describes Sig as a monster in the back, or in the case of this half, they could just pick him off as well. Matt?
Thanks, Susie. He's a dual-threat guy, and chasing right now his coach, who set the passing record at Fort Cherry with 4,502 yards. That's Tanner Gary.
Wow, that's pretty cool. It's got to be bittersweet for him to see that broken.
I saw him in warm-ups. He could spin a ball still.
He was slinging it.
Yep. There's Sig one more time, picks up the first down. Right now, Canevin says they have the football, and they're saying no, he was down.
This Bishop Canevin defense is flying around right now. Hair on fire, they say.
Yes. Ball hawking. Take another look at this one. He was trying to rip it away, but yeah, he was down. Talking about Tanner Gary, lettered at Fort Cherry in football, baseball, and wrestling. And then was also All-State honorable mention in high school as Huey carries forward there. Played at Youngstown State and then transferred to Slippery Rock. And he took over this program. Gary's in his 5th season. He took over this program. They were 2-18 in the 2 seasons prior to him taking over. And the season before he took over, they were 0-10 in 2019.
Wow. Clearly they've changed the culture, and he's pretty young too.
Yep. Dad was a coach at Fort Cherry, and Grandpa was a coach at Fort Cherry. Of course, the name of the field, Jim Gary Stadium at Fort Cherry, as they carry forward. Yeah, let's go down to Susie as more on the relationship and the family affair that is Fort Cherry.
Thanks, Matt. I asked Tanner earlier this week, do you think that after all the ups and downs that Pap saw in his career at the helm, that he'd believe that you're putting together the types of teams and seasons that you are now, back-to-back almost undefeated regular seasons, a Whitfield championship last year too? Tanner simply said, probably not. It was challenging to win a championship back then, and it still is now. But if there's one thing Tanner took away from his Pap and his coaching days, it's that he tries to emulate the way he's coaching these kids right now. While Tanner is teaching his team the X's and O's of football and doing a pretty good job at it the past 2 seasons, he's also teaching them the foundation of being a good person, something his Pap prided himself on in his years as a coach. Matt?
Yeah, Jim was the head coach from 1959, JP, until 2002. And there goes Sig down the sideline. He'll step out of bounds as Fort Cherry matriculates their way down the field.
Somebody needs to cut that outside zone off. I mean, just send it back to the rest of your defense. But it's easier said than done. Clearly, Fort Cherry's had a lot of practice at it, and Sig has the speed to get around the corner. Smart play by him to also get out of bounds. No need to take the extra hit.
First down and 10 for the Rangers. Low snap. Sig handles and carries it inside the 20 and inside the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone. Rangers sure hoping they can cash in and tie this game up.
Definitely Fort Cherry has found something that they like. First quarter, they came out throwing the ball consistently. Now it's run, and they're getting chunks at a time.
There it is. Second down, 8. Sig finding a nice spin move to buy separation. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers. Matt Sig gets into the end zone. Extra point away from tied up at 28.
He showed everything on that run there. Vision, stability, balance, the ability to break tackles. That's a highlight tape play right there from Matt Sig. Impressive. Cut back against the grain. The defenders over pursue. And what I love is he has a nose for the end zone. If he's running inside the 10-yard line with a full head of steam, he's getting in there.
Late man running onto the field here to snap this thing, Nathan Wolf. And now we get flags. And it's going to be an illegal procedure. This is going to make
this is important.
This extra point a lot more interesting. And do they kick or do they go for it here? We'll find out. Does Leo Shorthouse
It's only a 5-yard penalty in the books, Matt, but this is a big 5 yards for an extra point to tie the game.
Beg your pardon, Nick Massey out of the hold of Cornally has the distance and the accuracy. Big extra point put through the poles by Nick Massey, and we are tied at 28-all, 3:19 to play here in the third, and we are going to try to check back in with the Baldwin-Moon matchup as we toss it over to Austin Bechtold and our JRM sports crew over at Baldwin tonight.
Thank you, Matt. Austin Bechtold, Alex Terran, and Lily Peters alongside here from Baldwin High School, where the Moon Tigers have taken over 49-12. Both teams looking for their first section wins.
Yeah, thanks, Austin.
The big man was running down the field there.
He was.
Late blocking. Got to give the offensive line some love.
Tigers up big. That was a big one for them to notch in their belt. Mentioned necessary, and we got to match up with the Tigers and the Lions in 2 weeks. We'll see North Catholic and Avonworth next week.
Tigers, Lions, Bears, oh my. Isn't that an old saying from,
yes.
What's that from?
Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that's right.
Come on.
Tigers and Lions next week.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Another penalty here, Matt. On a kickoff. Believe that.
Before the kickoff, no less. Sideline warning.
These kickoffs tonight have been pure entertainment.
Both of these coaches in their 5th season talked about Tanner Gary taking over the helm at Fort Cherry, and coaches are not happy right now they were talking with the officials on the Bishop Canevin side of things. Rich Johnson at Bishop Canevin in his 5th season. Really cool story for him as well. Took over a Canevin program that he only had middle school coaching experience. He was a middle school coach at Baldwin before getting the Bishop Canevin job. It's led him to a WPIL championship. As this one's going to roll and go out of bounds. Boy, I almost thought that DeMar Olds, it hit Olds before it went out of bounds, which would have been a big mistake.
Mm-hmm. Smart play by him. Heads up play to
be a guy and Johnny Patrician that knows a thing or two about return to the football.
Yes, sir. My favorite play.
He had a few go for touchdowns, right?
PIAA state record.
There we go. It's called an alley-oop.
Thank you. Well, I was hoping you were going to say it. I didn't.
No, it's much more fun when you do. Monte Mott across the 40. Nathan High Rent on the tackle. High Rent, high praise from Coach Tanner Gary. 2nd down and 4 from the 41-yard line. Back to Mott, who's going to try to get to the outside, and he has open room. There he goes, pulled down as Sig makes the tackle. There is a penalty flag down, and it's in the area of habeas grabus, as Bill Hillgrove would say.
Wow. You're right. It's going to be holding. I love the effort by the wide receiver there to block downfield on a run play. Unfortunately, it's going to cost him there. And it's right on the edge of the play here as Ott is running around the corner. Mott, excuse me.
Second down and 4 at the 35. Or, I beg your pardon, second down and 10 at the 35. Olszewski, play action, thought about the screen pass. It was covered, so he's going to duck it and run and lose a couple more. Probably would have liked to see him toss that one out of bounds before.
Yeah, or throw it in the dirt.
Conceding 3 yards, 3 more yards. It's going to be 3rd and 13 now.
Fort Cherry's just sitting back in this 2-man defense now, it looks like. They're manning up on the perimeter and have 2 safeties back deep. They're not going to let Olszewski pick them apart.
3rd and 10 from the 32. 3rd and 13 from the 32. Back to pass, Olszewski. Gonna go down the near sideline. It's caught! They connect! What a catch! Justin Melvin climbs the ladder for a first down. Second time tonight. Canevin converts on a 3rd and forever.
I love the job by Olszewski to look off that cover 2 safety. He looked to the 3-man side and then comes back to the 1-man side and throws a dot. Still easily could have been intercepted. Thought Nathan Wolf could have made a play on the ball there.
35 yards on the pass and catch. A Kelly Automotive first down for the Crusaders as we duck inside. 2 minutes here in the 3rd. 5 wide. Olszewski. Time. Dumps it off to Mott. Mott gets tripped up. Blake Sweeter, another nice open field tackle from 16 in your Fort Cherry program.
I would love to break that long play down, but this hurry-up offense of Bishop Canevin, you know, it makes you so excited to see what's coming next.
And keeping Fort Cherry defense off balance. Thought about the screen. Olszewski goes left instead and tries to get pulled down. He'll be escorted out of bounds. And a nice helmet tap there from Gavin Grace.
That was a screen and go there. They pumped the screen, wanted to see if they could catch Fort Cherry asleep at the wheel there. Fort Cherry didn't bite on it.
3rd down 5. It's a little more like 4. Ball at the 25, and you could get a first down at the 21. Mott and a flag.
Wow. That's a killer, Matt.
Yes. A defensive penalty that will award Canevin a fresh set of downs anyway. Don't even need to run a play. Inside the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone.
We call that zone ugly when the running back is to the left side of the quarterback and they keep it to that same side. Usually on an inside zone play, you expect him to cross the quarterback's face. Works there.
Mott off the left side. He lowers his shoulder. Went right over top of Grace. Make it second down and goal for BC.
Mott, a talented player for only a sophomore.
Running right behind Charles Butler Jr. 71 on that offensive line. Low snap handled. Handed off. Holman's into the end zone. How about payback? Kavir Holman's in. Touchdown, Bishop Canevin.
Good for Holman. That must make him feel good. Almost in the end zone a couple minutes ago on the kickoff return. Finally gets in here.
And Canevin's back in front. Oh, he fumbled the snap, looking and searching. Now running backwards, still running backwards is Lindsey, and Lindsey still hasn't been pulled down. There's a bunch of flags have been thrown. Head contact. All right, so the penalty ushered on to Bishop Canevin. Declined, and they just take the play, and the play obviously plays out the way that it did. 34-28. Bishop Canevin the lead, but just by 6. So they've given an opportunity. A window has been cracked for Fort Cherry to retake the lead. They led by scores of 7-0, 14-7, and 21. And I think that was almost a heads-up play for the up men to just even fish the ball towards the sideline. You don't even need to worry about possessing it.
There is an illegal batting call.
Yes, but you're still possessing the football.
Right.
You take a penalty over not possessing, right?
Oh, 1,000%.
And I'm not sure if that was the case or not. I think he got possession of it.
But once again, these kickoffs, man, you never know what to expect.
Oh, my gosh. The most exciting play of the games have happened on these kickoffs. Rolling out Sig on first down. Going to let it fly down the sideline and incomplete. Intended for Gavin Grace.
Fort Cherry loves these flood concepts with a rollout whenever they're on one of the hashes. It's a very common concept in high school football, and Fort Cherry executes them very well.
I want to extend our thoughts and prayers to Rochester running back Carter Mason. Friday night. Good news, breathing tube was removed, and he continues to recover. But they had set up a GoFundMe for donations for Carter Mason and his family. But our thoughts and prayers go out to the Rochester community. Brothers in single A football as Sig goes to the right and bottled up for a 1-yard pickup where it will be 3rd down to start the 4th quarter. 3 rounds in this single A heavyweight fight. Bishop Canevin leads it 34-28 over Fort Cherry. We come back with the 4th quarter and the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week on KDKA+.
This Friday, the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group, features the North Catholic Trojans taking on the Avonworth Antelopes. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Here we go.
You know what's brilliant? Boring. Think about it. Boring is the unsung catalyst for bold.
What straps bold to a rocket and hurtles it into space? Boring does.
Boring makes vacations happen.
Early retirement's possible.
And startups start up.
Because it's smart, dependable, and steady. All words you want from your bank.
For nearly 160 years, PNC Bank has been brilliantly boring, so you can be happily fulfilled. Which is pretty unboring if you think about it.
As someone who disrupts plans for a living, I can't say enough about the importance of life insurance. Sometimes you can see the end zone right ahead of you, you can have a clear shot, then bam, it's Cam. A policy from GBU Life can let you focus more on getting out from under what life throws at you and worry less about protecting the life you are working hard to build. You can get a policy with GBU Life that is affordable to you now and build on it for the future with their guaranteed purchase option rider. Get started protecting the life you are building today at gbu.org.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine. And Ryan's. And our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work. To bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Shell USA, by Potomac Furniture Company, by Allegheny College. What are you capable of? A Friday night on our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. And a great one here at Dormont Stadium. Let's play a fourth. Bishop Canevin, Fort Cherry, 34-28. Rangers with the football, trailing by 6. Here's Matt Sig over the middle of the field for a first down. Good open field tackle applied there by Jashawn Lewis.
Nice concept there by Fort Cherry. They run a switch stop concept on the outside by number 1 and number 2. Switch at the line of scrimmage. Caused some confusion between the corner and the nickel there.
Gavin Grace, not normally a starter, in place of the injured Evan Rogers, and Braden Cook out tonight. Stepping up is the junior. First and 10 from the 46-yard line. Sig, designed run. And churn. Just like you, JP.
Love to see that guys getting it done in the classroom, too. And I want to talk about the sportsmanship there by Matt Sig to pick up a Bishop Canevin player on at the bottom of the pile.
Sig goes left and is immediately brought down. It'll be third down coming up.
When we talk about the stops all game long, Matt, this is Bishop Canevin's opportunity to get the ball back with a lead, which would be their first time all night.
Rangers facing a 3rd and 7 from the 48-yard line. Sig. Option play. They end up giving it to Huey, and Huey Goats only 1 4th down. Stopped by Arian Edwards.
Power read there by Fort Cherry. And Bishop Canevin's goal tonight was to make Matt Sig hand the ball off in those situations.
Clock ticks now to 9:30. Special teams unit is out for the Rangers, but Sig is back out there, and they're short a guy. They run out Chase Lavelle, and I think they're going to have to burn a timeout here. No, they're going to take a delay game. Yeah, I don't think with both teams with 2 timeouts in their pocket and the way this game's gone, you need to give up the 5.
Right.
And if there was any thought of them going for it here, Sig is capable of punting the football. Nice shot there. Shout out Matt Stanziola up there on the
weird
top
formation
of the press box
here, Matt. Little pooch punt.
Yep. Nice roll there from Sig. Pin him inside the 20, inside the 15. How about this roll?
Nice. And that's the game within the game, Matt. When you do that pooch punt and you keep 7 yards behind the center, he's the punter by technicality, but he's still you can't trust and put your punt return unit back there. You got to keep your defense on the field, so it takes the return aspect away for Bishop Canevin.
Hey, coming up tomorrow, we got more great football action for you here on KDK Plus. D3 college action. How about Carnegie Mellon University takes on Grove City? Wolverines and Tartans battle it out tomorrow. It's a Scottish dog, I believe. Okay. You're really throwing curveballs at. I don't know my D3 mascots like I do Whitfield.
You know it all. You're batting 100% on the year so far.
Second down at 8. The carry there. Koloszewski, low snap, pulled it up off the turf, hands it off to Mott, and Mott runs into a bear hug from Tyler Wolf, the sophomore.
Now, Bishop Canevin has a decision here to make. Do you continue to keep your foot on the gas and be aggressive, risking a turnover in your own territory, or do you try to milk time off the clock here? We're about halfway through the fourth quarter.
Olszewski clears out the backfield. Trips bottom of your screen. Back to pass, Olszewski. Looking here. Toe intercepted! Picked off! Cornelli to the end zone! A pick six, tie ball game!
And that's why I asked that question. Do you risk the turnover in your own territory? I love the aggressiveness by Bishop Canevin, but sometimes...
Shane Cornelli, right place, right time, high points to football. 25 yards later, it's 34-all.
Great play by Cornelli. Gets the depth in his drop. Sinks right underneath that route. Olszewski just needed to put a little bit more air on it.
Go-ahead extra point is good. Nick Massey has put the Rangers ahead of the Crusaders here. 7:54 in the fourth. Don't go anywhere. This one far from over on a Steel City Friday night.
Think you've tried everything at Panera? Think again. Introducing more new sandwiches and salads with our new flavor-packed Toasted Italiano and the mouth-watering Mediterranean chicken greens with grains. More in every bite, just like the new ciabatta cheesesteak with melty provolone and garlic aioli. And more new options under $10, including our new creamy bacon mac and cheese. Come taste the new era at Panera.
To UPMC Sports Medicine, a huge center of excellence built by Freddie Fu.
A fantastic, world-renowned place where we see athletes, we see patients of all walks of life, world-renowned surgeons.
Primary care sports medicine physicians.
Board-certified physical therapists.
A comprehensive multidisciplinary assessment to evaluate for concussion.
Nutrition.
Athletic training.
Sports performance. Everything is right here that you need. So we deliver that right to you.
This Friday, the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group, features the North Catholic Trojans taking on the Avonworth Antelopes. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Here we go.
College isn't for everyone. But from pay to training to retirement, Pennsylvania Laborers Union members live better. PA Laborers Union offers a great wage potential of $42 per hour and terrific health benefits. Imagine having zero student loans while receiving state-of-the-art construction training. Join the team and get mentorship and guidance from experienced members. Go now to laborparecruit.com for more information.
This Saturday, tune in to KDKA Plus for PAC D3 college football as the Carnegie Mellon Tartans face the Grove City Wolverines. This Saturday at 2 p.m. only on KDKA Plus.
That is a beautiful shot under the Friday night lights, and they are bright in single A tonight. 35-34. Fort Cherry leads Bishop Canevin. 7:54 to play here in regulation, and this one has had from kickoff the feeling of a classic, and it has continued to live up to the hype, and I don't even know what the next 8 minutes have in store.
We're in store for something special. It has been a roller coaster, back and forth, turnovers, long touchdowns, big hits. It has everything you want in a Friday night game.
Shane Cornelli puts a boot into it. It's end over end. Fielded at the 20-yard line. Here's Olds on the return. He dropped the football. Lost it. Goes back. It's still loose. Fort Cherry says they have the football. And they do. Another fumble on a kickoff. Rangers take over inside the 25-yard line of Bishop Canevin.
Every single kickoff has either been kicked out of bounds, or if it's in play, it's a fumble. Oh, man.
Ball squirts away and goes into a rugby scrum.
Bishop Canevin, 2 turnovers in their own territory in back-to-back plays. They're shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah. 1 point lead for the Rangers, and now they get the ball knocking on the doorstep. Handoff, Huey. Huey picks his way to the 21-yard line. Second down and 8, they give him 2. That was the third fumble on a kickoff. They also had the one that was bobbled around and still recovered, so there's really a fourth that just didn't change possession.
I think ball security will be a point of emphasis for both of these teams starting tomorrow.
Yeah. Sig to the right. Matt Sig, stop and go! And he gets a first down for the Rangers inside the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone.
I mean, Matt, for the people that might have, a minute ago got up and went to the bathroom, Bishop Canevin had the ball with a 6-point lead, and now they're losing, and Fort Cherry has the ball on their 10-yard line.
Yeah. Just like that. Ball at the 12 officially.
Oh.
And pre-snap whistles. And a flag.
Bishop Canevin tried to call a timeout before.
And they did. They're going to grant it for him. Timeout.
All right, Matt, let's break down that pick 6. Other angle here? Yes. I want to keep an eye on Cornally right here. Okay, play it. With this bunch concept down at the bottom of your screen, pause it right there. Pause it. Look at the vision here by Cornally right on the quarterback. This is textbook. He's the flat player in this defense. He needs to get right underneath this out route. Eyes on the quarterback. Play it. Throws it. Gets right under the 10-yard out route. Textbook play by him as the flat player in that defense.
Breaks it down beautifully. You got a lot of gadgets over there, man.
JRM hooks it up.
I don't have that over here. I'm just saying.
Well, you have all the factoids and the history.
And speaking of facts, how about some scores? Scores around the WPIAL as we get ready for play. About to play, but some of the scores from around the WPIAL, some of those aren't updated. We'll get you some updated ones. How about Upper St. Clair beating Bethel Park tonight? Third straight week, going back to when we saw them against Peters Township. Third consecutive week, they beat a team that was undefeated.
And you predicted it.
I might have said that I thought the Panthers were going to win.
Go ahead. You deserve your flowers.
Carlos Zofko did not predict it. That's more fun. He's in Mexico tonight, too. No, that's why if you were wondering for our top 10, no top 10 tonight. Second down, 9. For Cherry. Trying to punch one in. Here's Sig. And he's pulled down from behind. Big tackle out of 13. Jason Lewis, another sophomore on this Canevin defense.
Now, if Bishop Canevin's defense ever needed a stop, this is the one they need tonight. Try to hold Fort Cherry to a field goal or a 4-and-out would be best case scenario, obviously. But you do not want to go down 8 points, with your clock ticking. And, I think that timeout they just called to save that penalty, that's going to come back to be crucial at the end of this game.
Good point. Clock not the favor of the Crusaders. Coming up on 5 minutes. Rolling is Sig, trying to extend it to the corner. He does, and he's knocked out of bounds. It's going to be interesting where they spot this. Don't think he got the first down, so it's going to be 4th down. But where did he mark him out at? It's about 4 yards shy of the sticks.
Gets the edge again. I thought he got away with a late hit there.
Yeah,
Bishop Canevin did.
Yeah. Thomas Coates Be vigilant there. 4th and 4 officially. And now, can Canevin get a stop here, trailing by just one, or will it be Fort Cherry to extend the drive and potentially the lead? Battle of unbeatens in the conference. Sig off the left side. He has the first down, and he's shy of the goal line. 1st and goal, Rangers.
Great execution by Fort Cherry. Outside zone. Most important play of the game here so far. 4th and 4, you give it to your best player. Allow him to be creative, use his vision, use his agility, and gets downhill quickly.
Injured Jermel Lindsay. Yeah, let's take another peek at those Whippeal scores. Upper St. Clair scores with under a minute to play, wins it 14-10. Panthers remain undefeated, and Carlo, can you give them some respect and put them into the #1 team in your power rankings? Penn Trafford up on Franklin Regional 26-10. That is a final. Warriors win over Panthers. Peters Township takes care of South Fayette 38-3. Central wins over Norwin. Amani shuts out Deer Lakes. And Woody High up on Gateway 28-14.
Did you predict Penn Trafford to beat Franklin?
I did. Actually, I think everybody did. I think Brad, Carlo, and I all had that one.
Big game, you know, bordering schools there.
Yep. Conference implications there. Hey, when you need equipment to rent, you can count on the experts at Herc Rentals to deliver the right equipment for the job. From generators to AC units to boom lifts and pickups, go to hercrentals.com to find a branch near you. Our scissor lift out on the street tonight.
Bishop Canevin might need some equipment here, some jersey barriers on the goal line or something like that.
Sig stopped short of the goal line. 2nd down and goal. And, I mean, is there any thought here with 4:20? Thinking, let them get into the end zone. It's still 1 possession game. Have yourself some time. I know that that's a risky way of doing business, but has to be in a thought there. Sig into the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers. Matt Sig extends the lead, but there is a flag down. So did that, is the question. It's a personal foul on Canevin on a dead ball, so the touchdown's going to stand, and Matt Sig punches in the touchdown, and now they're going to go for the field goal to make it 8. So Canevin would still be in with the score and a 2-point conversion. Extra point from Massey is right down Grant Street. 4:05 to play. 8-point advantage for the Rangers. Do the Crusaders have a comeback in them? Find out when we come back on KDK Plus in the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
It's more than a piano. It's music lessons, birthday parties, and countless family memories. now safely tucked away, awaiting Nana's new home. It's more than a piano, and we're more than a truck.
This Friday, the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group, features the North Catholic Trojans taking on the Avonworth Antelopes. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Here we go.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit macerocg.com for more information.
This Saturday, tune in to KDKA Plus for PAC D3 college football as the Carnegie Mellon Tartans face the Grove City Wolverines. This Saturday at 2 p.m., only on KDKA Plus.
Welcome back to Keystone Oaks Dormont Stadium, a site of Bishop Canevin and Fort Cherry. Right now, the Rangers of Fort Cherry leading 42-34 over the Crusaders in our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. Brought to you by Giant Eagle, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group. Speaking of the Post-Gazette, for the latest news in high school football across Western Pennsylvania, go to postgazette.com. Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, an official partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike White, one of the all-time greats in terms of height. Lopes, Trojans, next Friday night on KDKA+. 3A showdown. Avonworth beat Central Valley earlier this year. North Catholic has a squad. They've been throwing the rock all over the field. All the leading passers in the WPIL. Mott on a carry to the 25-yard line. 4 minutes to go. And there's enough time here, even with just one timeout, JP.
Yes.
They can run their offense. This is not a hurry up, even though they run a fast-paced offense anyway.
Right.
Olszewski on 2nd and 5, back to the ground game, and Mott one
Ball's
more time.
out.
And
Fort
Mott
Cherry
comes out, and Fort Cherry recovers another fumble. Unbelievable. Shane Cornally, it rolled right to him. Mott fumbles. Rangers recover. Yeah, I mean, this one didn't even hit the ground.
No,
JP.
it didn't. Oh, man. Bishop Canevin has beat themselves in the second half here.
Here it comes out. There and it's caught out of midair. Great look at it there.
4 turnovers in the second half by Bishop Canevin, 3 fumbles and a pick.
6 total between the two teams. 0 in the first half. 6 between the two teams here. And Fort Cherry with the lead and the football now. A first down or 2 seals this game and preserves win number 8. Will give the Rangers an 8-0 mark and a 5-0 mark in conference if they could finish off here. 2nd down and 11.
And this is
Ryan
where
Huey.
This is familiar territory for Fort Cherry. You know, now they can run the ball at will, run this clock out with their lead. Oh man, Bishop Canevin, they had this game in the grasp of their hands, and you know, I hate to use a pun here, but just fumbled it away.
Yeah, no, I mean it's the truth.
Yeah.
I mean it is. But you know what I think, and I don't know if you had teams like this, when you know it was your execution, these teams are so evenly matched.
Yeah, they are.
You know in the head, oh, man, if we get another crack at these guys.
Right.
3rd and 9, left side, Sig to the corner. There goes Sig! A clincher. Rangers, 2-score advantage, 30 yards for Matt Sig.
Icing on the cake, quarterback sweep, outside zone, stretch, whatever you want to call it. It's been effective all night for them. Little hesitation move there. Tiptoes the sideline. Great vision by Matt Sig. And that's the icing on the cake for Fort Cherry. And, you know, we talked, we got a shootout, Matt, which is what we expected.
Boy, did we. Extra point is up and good. Nick Massey puts it through the poles. And it's 49-34 Rangers over Crusaders. 2:04 to go.
And really, this is a much closer game than the scoreboard shows. Bishop Canevin, 3 turnovers in the second half in their own territory, 4 total.
Yep.
Just a backbreaker for them.
Take a look at the Whitfield Insider Top 25. Number 1 goes down again to the number 3 team, Upper St. Clair. I have a feeling those might flip-flop next week. The Panthers hand off another team, their first loss of the season. Pine Richland, number 2. Obviously, they beat Central Catholic earlier this year, who's at 5. Whip still at 6, even though their one loss to Penn Hills, who's down at 15. And we'll see 13 and 20 next, or 2 weeks from now, South Fayette Moon. You'll see the Avonworth Antelopes at 19. We'll see them next week.
Where's Fort Cherry?
Right? Where's some respect for single A?
Undefeated. I mean, because that's all classifications.
Correct. Yep.
Fort Cherry got to be in the top 25.
I agree with you.
Defending champs.
I mean, and this is a team, JP, that they lost all 5 of their offensive linemen to graduation last year. I mean, this isn't like they had everybody coming back. They had key pieces, but from the 11-yard line, here's Mott on a return. Mott, shoelace down inside the 20. Beautifully done. Blake Sweeter made some really nice tackles tonight.
You know, it feels like you mentioned losing all 5 offensive linemen from last year for Fort Cherry. They had some skill players, receivers down tonight that didn't play. It kind of feels reminiscent of the Kansas City Chiefs right now. You know, the next man up mentality. We're going to find a way to win.
Yep.
And that's what good teams do.
I mean, the other part of this is there's 1:57 left, and Bishop Canevin is an offense that can score quickly.
Yes.
And we've seen some fluky things happen on kickoffs tonight.
Yeah.
So the opportunity out there, and then how about Olszewski delivering a dime for a first down? Justin Melvin.
This game's not over yet.
First down, stops the clock. Should stop the clock. Clock is actually moving.
Nice throw on the run there.
Clock should have stopped there for the change to reset, but it didn't. Back to pass. Olszewski throws another one. It'll come back route. Another first down. Clock should stop, but it had not. Now it does.
Every second's important here.
Yeah.
So you got to tell the refs.
Monte Mott. Well, and you got your guys doing it up here in the booth. Clock operators should know. Olszewski with a little bit of pressure, steps away from it, looks downfield. He'll throw near sideline, and he had a guy there and just couldn't communicate. That was Jaden Lindsay. Incomplete, second down at 10, a minute 24 to play.
Fort Cherry's only going with a 3-man rush here. Having 8 guys in the secondary. Not in the secondary, but in their pass drops. If you're Fort Cherry, you just can't allow any big plays right now. If Bishop Canevin wants to complete a 10-yard, 15-yard out, that's okay. Just no big plays.
Back to pass, Olszewski throws over the middle, got his man, first down. It's Olds on the reception, quickly to the line one more time. Clock stops momentarily and now winds at a minute 14. Back to pass. Olszewski looks near side. Olds makes the catch, circles back, breaks the tackle, and is inside the 30. Stops the clock one more time with another first down.
We'd love to see him get out of bounds there to stop it until the next play.
Still keeping that timeout in their pocket. 50 seconds to go. Olszewski back to pass to his left side. Throws a back shoulder throw. Boy, was that pretty. That was Justin Melvin in the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone. 35 seconds left, first and goal. 30 seconds to play.
Chris Berman, tick, tick, tick,
yes.
tick, tick.
Olszewski looks, and he'll run and be chased out of bounds, stopping the clock with 21 seconds to go.
Still have that timeout in their back pocket.
Yep.
Got to score quick, then onside kick, which, as you said tonight, anything can happen. Actually, you might not even need an onside kick with the way things are going tonight. Just kick it deep, and somebody's going to fumble.
21 seconds. Need to score still. Olszewski will throw, and it's nearly picked off. Almost jumped the route intended for Mott. Blake Sweeter one more time slicing in. Those of you just joining us for the 10 o'clock news, single A showdown. Two teams undefeated in conference play. Two teams ranked in the state in the top 10 in single A, and one of the best players in the WPIAL in the state of Pennsylvania, ESPN 200 player in Matt Sig. It's close throughout. Largest lead of the night for Fort Cherry. Canevin looking. It's Olszewski. Looking. Needs to make a decision. He'll throw into the end zone, and it will be incomplete with 6 seconds. And that one just took too long.
Yeah, too long. These should all be quick concepts down here. Throw it into the end zone. It's either a touchdown or an incomplete pass.
It's almost as if it's a one-score game and not a two.
Right. And now they're not even going to get to use their timeout.
No.
Almost anticlimactic, for this type of game it was for 3.5 quarters.
Can they punch it in? Now the question, Olszewski surveys. As time expires, ball is dropped, and Fort Cherry remains undefeated. 49-34, winners of a classic here at Dormont Stadium.
If you're Bishop Canevin, there's a lot to learn from this game. It was a heavyweight matchup. Both teams were exchanging blows for 3.5 quarters, like I said. And you got to think, like you said, if we see that team again in the playoffs, we can beat them. And for Fort Cherry, that just goes to show the type of resiliency that this team has, that they faced adversity, faced some, inadvertent turnovers that they're not used to, and they still came back and found a way to win with important role players out in this game. So a lot to learn for both teams going forward, and I have a feeling these teams are going to see each other again.
Yeah, it certainly has that feel that we just saw two of the best in single A. Now Clarendon has entered the chat. They want to have a word on, where do they stack up, and they're playing Leechburg tonight. I think that's a interesting matchup. That was a battle of undefeateds as well, but certainly when you talk about the top 4 teams, top 5 teams in single A, these two teams are in the conversation, and Bishop Canevin knows it's a litmus test tonight, right? And you know that you can hang around, and if you cut down on the self-inflicted wounds, maybe you can hang around and maybe you can win one. Let's go down to the sidelines for the Macero Construction Player of the Game. Susie Cole, who do you have down there?
Thanks, Matt. Matt, 3 turnovers by Bishop Canevin in that second half, 4 total for them in the game. Where was your defense best pressuring them?
I mean, I think it's just being consistent. I mean, we gave up some big plays, just a matter of bouncing back and never backing down. We did a good job. I mean, this team just fights. Adversity hits us, we fight back.
For yourself, 35 carries on the game, 208 rushing yards, 5 touchdowns. Where were you finding the most time and space tonight?
There wasn't a lot of it. Shout out to that defense. I mean, they were good. They kept pressure all night. Our line did an awesome job. Just working things out. A lot of different looks we saw tonight, and had some injuries. So next guys stepped up. That was big for us. So just gotta keep it moving.
Well, great job tonight, Matt. You are Macero Construction Player of the Game. Congratulations, and Matt, Johnny, we're back up to you.
Thank you, Susie. Congratulations, Matt. A dime, 5. Impressive performance here. 10 out of 10 for Matt Sig as we take a look at the upcoming schedule for Fort Cherry. Shenango, who has won just one game, and winless Sarah Catholic. Pretty good bet that Fort Cherry finishes the regular season undefeated with those two still yet to play. And on the Bishop Canevin side of things, it doesn't get much easier. They take on Monessen and the Greyhounds, who really gave Fort Cherry all they could handle in a first half, and then they were able to pull away. So need to refocus for the Crusaders for playoff positioning, seeding, all of that, implications on that game. And then back here at home to take on Burgettstown to round out the season. But a classic, JP. This one was a fun one.
It was. I'm glad to be a part of it and calling it, especially for 3.5 quarters, Matt. That was a barn burner, just like we expected. And if you're Bishop Canevin, you feel like you could have won that game easily, but they didn't. So back to the drawing board for both teams, and good luck in the playoffs.
Big-time players and big-time plays tonight. Thanks for watching this presentation of the Steelers High School Showcase here on KDK+. Thanks to our producer, Jake Mislivchik, Director Brian Milan, and our entire JRM production crew. For Johnny Patrician and Susie Cole, I'm Matt Fargo, saying thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you next week for North Catholic in Avonworth. The 10 o'clock news on KDKA+ is coming up next. Good night, Steelers Nation. Fort Cherry wins it over Bishop Canevin, 49-34.